Yo, we're live. Welcome to the BitLife Show. I'm Ryan, aka BitLife, and this is my show. I don't know if that branding is good or useful, but here we are. We have it. We're going to bring our guests on here in a minute. I'm really excited about this one because I was just telling them we hang out like every morning, Well, now Tuesday through Thursday when they're on, and they jump in my channel the other days sometimes too. But every morning we get to hang out in the gym, which is really cool. Like, I don't know if you have gym friends where you see them regularly, you talk about good stuff, important stuff, and really dumb stuff. Because like we do that. So I feel just super comfortable, super chill. I'm really excited for this conversation. So that's what we got going on tonight. It's a game show. It's interview, trivia, physical challenges. We're also going to do a giveaway. So you can type exclamation ticket to get a free ticket. Subs are 4 times more likely to win. So you can pay to win. Free to play, pay to win. I think that's all the games that are on your phone right now. And you can win a free Legion supplement of your choice. We'll talk more about that. We'll ask them. I think they get some Legion products occasionally as well. We have the giveaway, so all that things, and you can win a sub to their channel. So that's a lot of the things that are going on. We'll keep talking about that as we go. But I don't want to go too long without bringing them on. So guys, welcome to the show.
Let's go.
Hi.
Thanks for coming on. I'm
Happy
super
to be
stoked to have
on, man.
you.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah,
It's
you
pretty
guys look
cool, dude.
fantastic. I love it.
Thank you.
Thank you. You do too. What's up?
Oh,
with you?
I was fishing for a compliment, so I appreciate that.
Yes.
Uh,
There
yeah,
you go.
and if you are on chat, if you have questions for Justin or Vetti, please do ask. We can answer them live.
For sure.
Yeah, so thanks for hanging out. Like, how's it going, guys? Like, how was your day? Let's
going.
just start simple.
Yeah, it was a great day. I worked all day, so that is what it is. I just got home, got the kids to bed, and here we are. So
I did
Yeah.
mom stuff and I mowed the lawn.
Betty mowed the lawn. Yeah.
I feel like you guys both like downplayed both of that. Like, "Oh, I did work stuff, and then I did mom stuff, and
I
like
just
when
worked for 10 hours, in a
your brain
retail
is
store.
ready.
Ready. Ready. I got an
Yeah.
energy drink in here, by the way.
Not
so
gonna
I'll be all right.
lie.
That's awesome. Yeah, I hope it doesn't like screw you up sleeping. Like, I hope it just gives you a kick in the butt right now, but then
I'm
you're able
usually
to go
so
to sleep.
tired, I think I could just go to sleep right now. I could just lay down on this bench while we're streaming if you want. Just
Yeah.
catch
No, that'll be one of the physical challenges. Who can fall
asleep?
asleep faster?
Sweet.
Yeah. Have you ever fallen asleep driving?
I mean, not at all for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Not
Oh,
Like
at
you
all.
wake up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need coffee.
Yeah.
Hit the rumble strip.
100%. The rumble strip.
Oh my gosh, those are so amazing, like for
Yeah.
that reason, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, and that feeling that you're remembering right now, that's the feeling when Maggie was on the back of our transit. I think I
Oh,
told that
No.
story the other
such a
day.
crazy story, dude.
Oh my gosh. Oh, just
I
to
never-
feel emotions like that. Have you guys ever had anything happen like that where like, and sometimes nightmares you can get that where something crazy bad happens or whatever, or seemingly bad, but then you wake up and you're like so relieved.
Yeah.
Or has something crazy happened to you and then it turned out all right and you're relieved? Like,
Nothing that crazy for sure. I can't really think
trying
of
to
anything
think of
that's really
anything
like
with the
crazy
kids.
that happened that we got relief from. I'm sure when I was a kid, there was a lot of run-ins with the law that I got away from scot-free. But
really?
You?
oh yeah, me,
Mm,
I was a bad kid.
I believe it
Oh,
as
okay.
he like tells his story more on stream. Kind of in your marriage too, and like where you guys were, where he was, and where you are now. Like I could see some of that nonsensory,
Oh, yeah.
that shenanigans when you're younger.
Lots of shenanigans for sure.
Yeah.
For
What's
sure.
Is there anything Vetti doesn't know? Like any stories, run-ins with the police that Vetti doesn't know?
I don't think so. No, I don't think so.
No.
She was there for most of them, to be honest.
I wasn't there for the barn burning.
Yeah, she wasn't there for that. But for the most part, she was around. I mean, we've known each other since we were 13.
Hmm.
Oh
So
yeah,
we were friends since like before high school.
that's super sweet.
Yeah.
Love it.
Zacchaeus is here. What's up, dude?
Zacchaeus, look at that outfit. Yeah.
Gym
Yeah,
cat,
so I think you guys will see their like bluish light kind of casts on them. They're both wearing white shirts, but to my eye in the camera, it looks turquoise, and I
Weird. It looks
want
white on our
that
screen.
shirt.
Mhm.
Does it?
Yeah.
What does it look like to you guys? You got to tell me. Maybe I'm doing.
Is it like that blue dress, white dress?
Oh
I
my
think it looks
gosh, yeah,
white on
like
your
black
screen.
or gold or
Maybe it's
whatever,
an
or black or
illusion.
blue, black and gold or blue and
Mhm.
yes, I love it.
There it is.
Yeah, so this is a game show. So we've got this wheel. We're gonna spin a wheel and see what we're gonna do. This is just gonna happen, 7, 8 times throughout the whole thing. So
This is
looks
great.
light blue to you. Okay, so I'm
Love
not
it.
crazy.
Good thing I can't read that.
All right, give yourself a hand. That's right. This is our first physical challenge here. We're gonna do some clapper push-ups, and let's see how we do this the most intelligent way. You're both.
Clapper push-ups. Okay.
We're gonna start with clappers. Yeah. I knew you needed the energy after that 10-hour day, so I
Yeah.
rigged it so we could start
All
here.
right. Awesome.
Do it. I
You
do
nominate.
choose 0.
You nominate Jay Wink. I nominate both of them. I think if they both do it, and then we'll add together. And what do I get? What do I get? Like an extra 20% or something? I don't know. We'll just add them together. We'll
Figure it out.
count my number
Okay,
versus
I
your
might be
number.
able to-
You think you can
How's
do
that
one?
sound?
Hold on. I gotta clear this up over here.
Yeah, let's see.
Children made some things. Spared.
I would like to say that it's children that have made my gym a mess, but it's not. It's just me.
It's like you're so like cramped for time that you're just like, I'll get it tomorrow.
Oh, 100%. I'm always like, I am not
Let
going to take care of it right now. That's a tomorrow Ryan problem.
Yes.
I love it. That's a little bit of parenting. Like, is this important right now? No.
Yeah. Right.
Can this wait? Yes.
Yeah. All right.
Who's going first?
We're ready?
You want to go first?
Yeah. Are we going together?
Tandem?
Oh, you know what? I was supposed to start a timer too. Or no, it's the first. Okay. This feels like the first time I've done it, but it's not. Typically, we do the first to 10. So,
First to 10.
first to 10, right? So we do 10 really quickly and then run up to the screen. I'm trying to think, is there a way we can adjust it for 2 people? Oh, Vetty sits on your back.
Yes.
No way.
Ooh.
No way. Chat, I don't know.
awful.
What do you think? How do we make this a little bit more difficult?
I don't even think I could do one.
Yeah,
So
let me do
Clapper
this real
push-ups
quick.
is hard. If she, how about Betty just does regular push-ups?
Regular? Yes. Yes. So 10? 10?
no hands.
You think you can do 10 regular
No
push-ups?
hands.
I think I could do it. I think I could do 10. So do
All right.
I do them tandem?
Just do them over here.
All right.
And then you got to make it back here. I'm going to turn a little bit of music on. You guys tell me if that's distracting on stream. We're just going to have a little level of music.
Step back. About like that. There you go.
Okay. And then you got to make it up. Oh, I also forgot to tell you that the loser has to leave the internet forever.
Ah,
So there's
sweet.
big stakes on these
I'm gonna
games.
sandbag this all day then.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
love my internet.
All right. So we can get set up and then on go you go. You ready?
Yep.
And go. Gah.
You got me.
All right. I got one. Betty, you got it.
Betty got it.
Yeah.
Let's go.
We're going to get a little bit of a
Is it
pump
10?
tonight. I don't know if we can do it with no hands.
Need to get an arm pump, right?
That was great. So we're normally in the health and fitness category. Give me your guys' pitch. Who are you and what do you do?
Catch my
Well,
breath.
I'm
Yeah, so we typically stream Monday through Friday, 5 to 7 a.m. We normally stream for everybody overseas plus Tabs. She's the only other human
Bless
awake
her
at 5 in the
heart,
morning.
yeah.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah, so we just stream our workouts. We try to just be a really community for people who just want to come in and chat. No subject is taboo. We're obviously believers. We talk a lot about Jesus and all that, but we welcome everybody.
For sure. And you know, a lot of this has to do with a lot or a little, but my fitness journey,
Mm.
with like the hip replacement and everything, and then going through the weight loss journey. He has been kind of coaching me, and I think showing everybody that has been kind of a cool thing too.
Yeah, Betty was, when we started this, she was what, 50 pounds heavier.
Hmm.
And then we started
Dude.
streaming, and since we've been streaming, she's lost what, another 30 pounds or so.
I would say so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's basically us, 5 to 7 a.m. So we get the Twitch fitness and health community rolling every morning, and then we hand it off to you, fine sir.
Yes.
Yeah. So,
Get away.
how long have you guys been streaming? It's,
Just over 6 months.
I was gonna say we've been hanging out forever, so it feels like forever, but
Mhm.
Yeah.
yeah, it's not that long. What got you guys into streaming?
It's funny. So like this whole setup that we stream on was gifted to me. It was a old work PC that we
Mhm.
used to use for VR presentations.
That did not
For
pan
selling hot
out well.
So this
Ooh.
manufacturer had an idea that,
Did you have
hey,
like
if you
water
want a hot
bottles?
tub,
You like squirting
yeah, you
them,
can
like
come in and
feel
put
it.
on the
Mhm.
goggles, and then we'll sell you on like new designs and stuff like that. Well,
Sure.
practically, that wasn't a very practical way to shop. So
The older folk really did not take take to that very well.
yeah,
Yeah.
it was a different kind of thing. So this had just been sitting around for months, and we finally got the okay to just do away with it.
Mm.
And Betty was going to scrap it, or we were going to scrap it. We had no idea for it. And Betty's like, well, why don't we start streaming? And instantly I was like, no, I don't want nothing to do with that. And I don't know if you know,
Yeah,
Mother
I don't want to
Goose.
I don't want to be one of those garbage people who streams.
Well, I just had a lot going on. I was creating other content. I was building the coaching business on the side, plus a full-time job.
Mm.
It's like, it was just another thing. And then we saw Mother Goose. She was streaming, and she was actually playing a video game, and she stopped in the middle to pray for someone. And that was kind of
Oh.
like the defining moment for me, where I would put 2 and 2 together, and I was like, holy cow, this is more
Right.
than just streaming. This is a community. This is a way of ministry. This is a way of helping people. And from there, I was like, all right, let's try it.
Hi, Nutmeg.
Yeah, friends in the house. How's it going, guys? Yeah,
Yay,
that's
friend.
that's awesome. I know my wife, kind of now understands and sees more of the community aspect of it, because her too, she was like, what? Like Minecraft on Twitch? That doesn't make sense.
Pretty much, right?
Yeah. And I mean, there is a lot of that, and kids like blow up, and it's crazy. But I guess I found it, and I was watching for a while before I jumped in, and then I was like, you know what? We set all this up for COVID. Like, why don't we just see what
Yeah,
happens
right?
when we hit the red button? So
Cool.
that's kind of how I got into it. Real quick for everyone who's just joining, we are doing a giveaway. You can also win a sub to the J-Wink channel, J-Wink125 tonight. We're gonna do a 2 truths and a lie. If you get it right, you have a chance to win. So that's awesome.
Yeah.
For every additional 5 subs we get to this channel as well, we'll give away another sub to them too. So there's lots of ways to play, lots of ways to win, and you can win a Legion supplement as well at the end of the show. So we'll be doing a giveaway for that. All right, I'm gonna do this, and then we'll do more questions. We'll go back to interviewing questions.
Yeah.
How long were you in your cut, Vetty?
What was it, 16 weeks?
The last cut was 16 weeks.
Yeah.
So when did you start
This
the journey?
most recent one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. The most recent one was 16 weeks, but before that, the weight loss just came naturally from lifting weights. Like, I didn't even really do anything. I just became a little more mindful about what I ate, but it was just weightlifting, and I dropped a bunch of weight. So.
Yeah, just the
She
activity
basically
maybe
just
gains.
stopped eating garbage and started lifting and eating protein, and lost like what, 25, 30 pounds
Yeah.
right off the get.
It was crazy.
And when was
But then
that?
it started to plateau.
So when was that?
I think around March is when I decided to was
do
it
the
March?
next cut.
Yeah.
So that would have been like
Oh.
March to March before that, pretty much.
Yeah, and Tabs was, I think, doing something
Just
with
started
like a
her
cut,
cut.
and I was like, oh well, if you're gonna do it, I'm gonna do it too.
Yeah, I'll join you in the misery.
Yeah.
Yes.
I love it. Yeah. So we did get spicy truths. Let's
Ooh.
do that. Do you guys have something spicy that you can use to help lubricate you to tell me some spicy truths?
Ooh.
Like hot sauce? No.
Some hot sauce.
Do-
Something
wait.
spicy.
For real spicy, like in our fridge.
So this one is going to destroy me. So I'm going to take a little shot of it. And I'm going to
We have
not
any
drink
hot sauce around here? I
water
don't think we do.
while you
we
tell
do.
me a
Go
story.
get it.
Wait, wait.
You got to take the shot too. So we both take a shot and then you tell us a spicy truth. And you can interpret that however you like.
You're doing it.
I'll take the hot sauce.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're gonna
Then
tell
are
the
you-
truth.
Oh, I gotta tell a truth.
Yeah, I'll go get the hot sauce.
Ooh.
That's
Is
awesome.
This like
I love that he just threw you under the bus there. He's like, you do the hot sauce and you do the spicy. Or excuse me, truth.
okay, so I have to think of like, is it like a secret that nobody knows?
It could be. It could be a secret nobody knows. It could be something crazy. It could be something silly. You know, you can interpret however you
Oh,
want.
this isn't hot sauce. This is just Frank's Red Hot.
Ooh.
That's like ketchup,
Okay.
peppery
Man,
ketchup.
I gotta think of this. Did you say ketchup?
He said, "Man,
real?
this isn't hot sauce, or this is Reds or whatever." I was like, "Yeah, that's like ketchup."
Oh,
Oh,
it is Red's hot sauce.
my mouth is like watering already.
Ooh.
It's the hottest we get around here.
I feel like you have spicier truths though.
Tell me a spicy truth of mine and I'll tell it. I don't know.
Oh, is this like, okay, can it be like for serious things?
Yeah, for serious. It's a truth. We're
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
Make up a story. Oh, gross.
Okay, I think I do have.
Now that I've put it in this
How much
glass,
do
I
I
don't
have
think
to
I'm gonna be
take?
able to pour it in time.
I
mean-
can do more.
So I'm gonna do a small circle on my tongue because this
yeah,
is
but yours
ghost
is really
ghost
hot.
pepper.
Mine's not.
Okay, so what am I doing? Is this you or me? What's
I
going
feel
on?
like you have spicier truths.
Then I gotta take the shot. So tell me what truth to tell.
No. Do I take the shot and he can do the spicy truth?
I don't know, chat. What do you think? I think both of them have to take the shot.
All right, we both have to take a
I'll
shot.
take a shot too. it's fine.
I was gonna say the incident where you had to leave Newman's house.
But the
Here,
Do
here.
it.
Before we collude,
All right.
let's take a shot, both for sure. Yeah, we got another
all right,
vote from
sounds
Holder.
good. Both for sure. Go ahead.
All right, cheers.
Cheers.
I don't have one, so you're doing it first, and then I'll do it.
Got it.
Even though it's Frank's, you can,
Yeah,
I
it's Frank,
don't
so you got to
think
chug the
I love
bottle.
yeah, you gotta do more. At first taste, it's pretty spicy. I'm gonna get the poops from this, dude.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Maybe
get that as
crying
well.
about
It's a
it.
good, you know, cleanser.
My booty hole's gonna be whistling.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'll
Mm.
get your water.
What's the Scoville reading on that?
So this says 33,000.
Wow.
I don't feel like that.
I don't feel like it's right because Blazing is 100,000, and this feels hotter than that.
Still gets you in the back of the throat.
We need to start acting like ours is spicier.
Yeah,
So,
I've only done that once. All right, what's your truth? Oh,
All right, so in, I don't know what year it was, 2003? 2003, I flipped my car and got a DUI.
ooh,
Yeah, so I was at a party. We went there. We started drinking around, I don't know, 3 p.m. We got a keg. my buddy's parents were out of town, and they were supposed to not be home all night. They ended up coming home at like 2 in the morning, and I was probably, I don't know, 35 beers deep at that point. I was incoherent, literally. Just sat myself in the car and tried to make it home. I only lived like 3 miles away, but I went to make a left turn and just went to sleep and hit the ditch. But it's funny because that was actually the start of kind of us getting back together, at least closer to each other, because she had lived back where my dad lived. And after that happened, I had to move out and go live with my dad, which kind of brought us back together. And that was a couple years later, we actually started dating for the first time.
Silver
Like you got
lining, folks.
kicked out of your mom's house?
Yeah.
She was not happy. I have wasabi sauce. Would that have done the trick?
Oh,
Mm.
some hot mustard. Oh my!
Yeah. If we
The
gotta do
water's
that
not
again,
helping.
Water's not open.
No, if we gotta do that again, we can do some wasabi.
I mean, you haven't told
I'm on
your
the
spicy
hot sauce,
truth.
I apologize.
Betty hasn't told her spicy truth yet.
Oh, you got to tell one too?
Ooh, okay.
Whew.
This is about as spicy as I can think. I heard bread or milk will help you, but
Yeah. You do your spicy truth. I'm gonna source. I can still hear you and talk. I'm gonna source some milk right now.
I may or may not have murdered my goldfish when I was younger.
That's not spicy.
But I don't know. Like,
On purpose, you mean?
yeah,
Oh, okay. That's a little more spicy.
that was a
then.
little mean. It was
Got
so
it.
mean. And he was just sitting in the fish bowl, and I was like, I'm really sick of taking care of this fish. So I was like,
He's got to go.
gotta go.
Took him out back and
Clubbed him. in.
clubbed him, threw him off the
No.
bridge.
I poured some stuff in his tank and was like, sayonara, dude. And
Wait, you just poisoned the water?
I poisoned his water.
Suffocated him?
See what happened. That was kind of like me.
I heard this entire story.
Wow.
I don't know that that's the best way to kill a goldfish.
Yeah, I don't
I
think
don't
so
think
either.
it was either. So that was pretty terrible.
Who drinks milk out of a wine glass?
It was the closest thing I could grab. If Tabs was here, she'd be like, of course you have a wine glass close.
Yeah, right? Fancy.
It's a bit oaky
Oh.
and has
Yeah.
hints of nuts.
Yeah. It's very like nipply, I think.
Nipply.
Oh.
Very nipply. So yeah, fish murder.
Fish murderer.
I'm sure there's more, but some of them, I don't know.
Yeah, that one, the one you just thought of, that's the one you gotta tell. You're like, I don't know if I should tell this on stream. I almost had to murder a gerbil.
Yeah.
We were just talking about that.
Yeah. How did that all go down? Everybody good?
Well, it was I checked with my wife too, and Hannah was okay. She's like, yeah, I knew it was coming. The first one, she like bawled her eyes out when she lost the first one, because you get them in pairs because they need to be pairs or whatever. This is my daughter's gerbil for everyone who's not aware of the context. Her first one died in the winter. Her second one just died last night. And it was like seizing and like on its side and like being crazy. It's kind of gross.
Terrible.
And my wife's like, she brings me in there and she's like, oh, like, I don't know, like, should we do something? Like, I don't know, like, maybe you should do something. I'm like, let's just think about this for a second. Sorry. I'm like, just being cleansed by this hot sauce.
Sorry.
I'm tearing up too. No, it's for the love of the
Sorry.
game. I'm like, let's play this out in our heads. What do we do? Okay, so we don't have, because I looked it up online. Like for small animals or vermin, you can use like CO2 to poison them, and it's very subtle. Like, you put them to sleep. So you anesthetize them. You put them to sleep, and then once they're solidly asleep, you turn it up, and then they just like stop breathing, essentially.
Do you like spare CO2 on hand?
I know you gotta have CO2. You create this two contraptions and all these things, and I was like, this is like 6 hours of work. I'm not gonna do that. Like,
So you just took him out back?
I know. I was like, I don't think they can hear me, but I was like, and the other option which doesn't sound that fun to me, is like take it somewhere, just leave it in a plastic bag, a sealed plastic bag so it suffocates. Or
Oh,
I go
no.
and I just smash its head or something like that. And I'm like, those don't really sound fun to me. I would prefer just to leave it and see if it dies. And then
Right.
within an hour it died. So we dodged a
There you
bullet
go.
with that one.
Easy peasy.
Yeah.
Should have
Um,
called me. I would have been like, just pour some Pine Sol in its tank and it'll be good.
I know, little did I know, had we already had the show, I would know that you're like an expert pet murderer. So
And
if
like,
you
I
ever need
love
somebody.
animals. What's wrong with me?
And so, and Justin, on your story, 2003, I was that my freshman year of college? How old were you? Were you in high school or is that college?
That was
20
just
or
out of high
19.
school. Yeah, I graduated high school in 2002, so I was
Yeah.
19.
Me too.
There we go.
Dude, so heavy drinker, partier,
Drug user, all the
drug user,
all
like-
the
All of
things,
it.
yeah.
like weed or like drugs?
Drugs,
Whoa.
cocaine, ecstasy, all of it.
Dude.
Especially around that time. Yeah, it was brutal.
I didn't know that.
Hmm
Mhm.
Vetty.
Those were the dark days.
I like Vetty smiling and what are you thinking, Vetty?
Man. So we're going to get really spicy.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of the times, like, I tried things, it was because he would get me into it. He would get it for me.
Ah, the peer pressure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I love it. And
I'd be
now you're like
don't knock it till you try it.
such a pusher.
So,
I really wasn't a pusher though. I wasn't. You got to at least give me that. I wasn't pushing it.
No,
I didn't
you
have to
didn't.
try very hard.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
I just had it, and she was in. So
Yeah, dude, that's crazy. Like,
Yeah.
was that you
How
said
about
you've
the time
known
I made you drive home?
oh, this
This is a
good
good story.
one.
We can tell this one too.
So, man, do we need more spicy hot sauce?
Yeah, Ryan needs some more.
Yeah, if you can tell.
So, there was, man, I used to be able to, that was, a thing in our party years, and I could drink quite a few adult beverages, and I probably drank at least an 18 pack of beer to myself, and I was like,
Holy
dude,
cow.
yeah, it's amazing how many beers you can buy when you have a
She
fake
was-
ID.
She was hammered, and she wanted. She asked if she could stay at my house.
I was like, I don't feel so good. I'm like, I think I need to sleep like on your mom's couch, or like I'll sleep on your floor. It's like that bad. And he was,
Yeah.
I don't remember what you said. You were like, nope, see you tomorrow. I was like, I gotta drive home.
Oh no. How old were
Yeah.
you?
Oh,
Probably
I was,
around that age.
yeah,
17
it was
to
during
19
those
age,
times.
Yeah.
So I was like, wow, okay. I'm like, so like I probably sat there in my car and tried to figure out like with one eye, like the best, way to get home. And I mean, obviously we didn't have iPhones.
She lived about 30 minutes away too. It wasn't
I was
just like a.
It was
Wow.
more than 30 minutes. It was like a 45-minute drive. And I'm like, man, I knew if I went like the back way, I'd probably be safe because I could drive like super slow.
Yeah.
So I did make it home. I was okay, but I was really, really angry with him.
Mhm.
I
Mm,
was very angry with him.
man, when you think back to some of those things, now in hindsight with, different perspective and different perspective. What do you think about like your kids experiencing things like that? Or, hopefully maybe not in the same way, but like when you think about what you did, how can you help just teach your kids and love them and raise them in such a way that maybe less of that happens? Maybe none
I
of
think
it.
I think it's a huge positive that I did have that in life, and I think that I will be able to use that. I think I'm
Mhm.
very hyper like aware and
Mm,
sensitive of what that type of behavior looks like and what all of that. My parents, they never kind of shared anything like that. My
mm,
parents were never home, which is why I got in so much trouble. They didn't really care to know, a lot back then, unfortunately, and that's where I kind of went down the wrong path. But so I think I'm glad that I went through that. I'm also glad that we never dated until we were older,
Right.
honestly, because the person I was
oh,
back then, I would have burned that bridge totally. Like I was not the type
mm,
of person that would have been able to, like, if we would have dated back then, I would have just been an ass and I would have ruined everything. So
Right.
it's amazing how, like, when I look back, like I can see all these things in life where God was working even back then to kind of set us
yeah.
up, for where we
Mhm.
are now. I mean, for us, I mean, we knew each other for over 10 years before we started dating or anything. It was literally just friends. We were always just friends. We would always just hang out and just get wrecked, drive around and smoke joints or drink
It's
beer
so
or go to
bad.
parties or whatever. But that's what we did. We just hung out and we did what we did.
Yeah.
You guys
Isn't that
partied.
crazy?
That's a crazy
Yeah,
story.
it is crazy. Nobody redeemed dad joke, but I'll just throw out there that now, Jesus is your drug. Like, it's
There
the
you
Mhm.
go.
substance of choice. So,
He is. He
um,
is.
did you guys grow up with faith at all, or did that come later for both of you?
Betty grew up with faith. Well, I mean, my parents were Catholic, but we only went to church on Christmas and Easter type thing. It was
Yeah.
just what we did.
Priester.
Yeah, it was more of a just ritual than it was anything more than that. I
Hmm.
mean, to be honest, like I didn't even have Jesus in my life until a little over 18 months ago. So that was very recent for
Mhm.
me. So that this has all been like really kind of the past 2 years has been really, really crazy for like my self development. So at least mentally and spiritually for sure.
Mhm.
Yeah, what was it? What was kind of the inciting event, you know, 18 months ago?
Mm.
I mean, I had been in the gym at that point for 3 solid years.
Mm,
And, I remember the day that I made a decision to start training. Our girls, they were probably 6 months old. And I was downstairs, and Betty asked me to run upstairs and get something, diapers or something. And we live in a 2-story house. So I just literally ran up the stairs. When I got to the top of the stairs, I was like doubled over. I was out of breath. I was like, I was like, man, I'm a fatty. Like, I need to do something about this. So I came downstairs and I made a promise to myself that I was going to figure it out. And at our job back then, we sold fitness equipment. So, like that cable machine I had back there, I've always had that. And then off camera, we have a little cardio stuff.
mm,
So I just started lifting. I started using that little cable machine and just
Mhm.
researching online and figuring stuff out. I didn't know what I was doing, but I was determined to do something. That lasted for about 3 years. And then I finally got like a squat rack and just kind of got more serious about it.
Collect them all.
Yeah, right. And then eventually, I was trying to fill something inside of myself with that. Like
mm.
I was in shape at this point. Like I had a six pack. Like I was starting to like actually look like I worked out, but I still wasn't happy. I was still
Mhm,
playing video games. I was still distracting myself with social media and all that junk. And
mhm.
I didn't have any happiness in my life. And I remember it was a Christmas one year. I started to ask her, just about faith and about church and about God and all that
Oh,
stuff. And
dude,
I just kind of felt this
that's
pull
awesome.
inside of me that was like the missing link, like that spiritual health was the missing link. And I didn't know anything about it aside from the fact that, when I go to church, we, sing hymns and sit, stand, kneel type thing, which I'm
Mhm,
sure you're very familiar with.
mhm.
But yeah, so we just started going to church. We went to church a couple times, but when I accepted Jesus, I was on my couch. We were watching an online sermon. So it wasn't even in church. It was
Was it during
informal.
COVID?
No, it was 18 months ago. So that was in
Yeah.
2000, whatever. Yeah.
We hadn't been going. We were just
It was
watching it
February
every.
of
21.
2022, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was 20. Yeah.
2022. It would have been February of 2022. So a little less than 18 months ago. And
Yeah.
then I got baptized in July, and then we started streaming in December. So It was like fast track, and now I work at the church.
Yeah, that's right. New gig, right?
Yeah, new gig. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's just
that's
insanity,
awesome.
man.
That well, and like I'll be curious, I'm assuming that we'll keep doing this and,
Yeah.
things will
Mhm.
grow and whether businesses take off or whatever, like I hope we can stay connected because I'd love to
I'm
see,
sure we will.
in years how that develops as well. Because I grew up Catholic, but and we went to church regularly and meal prayers and all that. And my mom was into it, but like none of us were. So it wasn't until like college that I had something, and it was essentially an encounter with Christ, right?
Yep.
So less of formula and programming and things like that, and like no, like a real connection with a real person. And so, that was kind of my journey, maybe like 2005 or so, coming back and getting fired up and then, just being rejuvenated through it
Yeah.
all. And that excitement, you know, hasn't gone away. There's certainly some mundanity to it after
Yeah.
a while, like practice.
Right.
It just becomes regular and usual, like even in the gym, right? You keep doing it and it
Mhm.
becomes
Sure.
um, regular, and you kind of forget like maybe some of the purpose or some of the intent, or talking about mind muscle connection today, forgetting to keep pushing. And this wasn't an 8, an RPE 8, this is more like an
Right.
RPE 4, but I just did the
Yeah.
number because I wasn't thinking, right? um, Same thing with the faith as well. So I'm always fascinated to hear about people's journeys and how they go. So
And it was funny
Vetty,
because
oh,
like
go ahead.
one of the craziest things for me is like everything that you just said, like what you need to be as successful as a Christian, you need to be
Yeah.
successful in the physical realm too.
Mm,
And it's all connected, like the progressive overload and starting slow and all that type of stuff. Like it was funny, like when I first started reading the Bible for the first time, I realized that a lot of the things it's telling me to do in this book, I'm already doing and I didn't even realize it. You know what I'm saying? And that was
yeah,
really
like
a
you
big
have those
revelation
habits in
for
other
me
ways,
where it
other
kind of
areas.
helped say, okay, this is the right path, and it
Right.
just felt right at that point for the first time.
Mhm.
Dude,
That's
that's,
amazing.
I mean, in that discernment too, like it just felt right for the first time. That's awesome. That's,
Yeah.
I don't think we find that in anything else, and everything
Hmm.
else. I feel like, I don't know, I think this is the right way, like in
Right.
business, like a business choice, like, I don't know, seems like the right way. And if it works out, you're like, okay, it turns out it was the right way.
Hmm.
But with the faith stuff, I feel like you make those choices and you're like, yes, this is right. It's like, this
Yep.
is the
Yes.
good spirit or whatever.
100%.
Yeah. So Vetty, you grew up with faith. Like, when did it become more real to you? Um, yeah.
For me, um, I would say, I always knew like once we had kids, I kind of was raised in the church, went to Christian schools, learned all the creeds, all the catechisms, and it was just going through the motions. And it wasn't until he kind of stepped up as the leader of our family
Hmm.
and took kind of everything by the reins that I felt something different. And we did infant baptisms in our church. Like
Hmm.
when I was born, I was baptized.
Hmm.
And then our church that we go to now does baptisms. And I'm like, well, I've already been baptized. Why should I have to do this again?
Hmm.
And I didn't quite understand. And then once we kind of like started, attending this church more, I was like, oh no, I'm like, maybe I haven't, necessarily understood everything the way
Hmm.
that, you know, that I thought it was supposed to be. And
Hmm.
it's just, it was you. It was all you
It's
that kind of
amazing.
brought me.
It
And
really is amazing that like I was lost for so long and like I perceived her as kind of already being so much further in faith, but then my decision to just lead and take the reins and go first kind of pushed her. We got baptized on the same day
yeah,
last year in July.
Oh, cool.
So it was really cool.
so,
Yeah.
but it all changed when he made that decision with the fitness.
Hmm.
All of that kind of stemmed from that. So it's a crazy story.
Like, let's get the life and health and heart
Hmm.
in order.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I love it. We're going to continue the interview and such. I hit the wheel twice, apparently,
Wheel
and
twice.
dips came up along with spicy truths. So we've got some dips to do. Don't worry, this is not the 3-plate challenge, which
Ah,
you have to be like inhuman to do. I mean, you got like 3, right?
True. I got one.
Oh, okay. I thought you got
Okay.
3. I don't even think I got one. I went down and I put my feet down because I'm like, if my arms break off, I don't want to hit the ground or like
I'll
hit
set
my
up the dip
nuts or
station.
something.
so you got half. You did half of one.
Yeah,
kinda
yeah,
like-
exactly. And I was like, I feel like I'm pretty strong. I can do a 300, I think, in a approximate 315 bench press, based on reps. So I was like, I can do this. This will be fine. Nope. It's like nothing else.
And they made it look so easy too.
I know. All right, let's see. We'll do the same thing again. We'll do the race to 10. Let's see.
Race to 10. All right.
Yeah. Or
Well,
we could do a
can't this
hold.
together.
What about a hold?
What are we gonna hold?
No. We could do a hold, like
Oh,
you know,
gosh.
in the lower dip position,
Ooh, that sounds pain.
That's good
Yeah.
too.
like a burner. Let me turn this on. I'll switch over here. Let's see.
All right,
Mother's
well, if we're
milk.
doing a hold, I gotta turn this.
You guys ever
You
watch
need to
Fern
weigh
Gully?
that down in the back.
Yeah, I'll just slide this plate on there. It'll be fine.
Yeah, but no.
All right, let's try that. Let's see.
Wait.
Dude, I did something to my shoulder today. There's a little bit of pain.
Got some crunches in your shoulder?
Yeah, I don't know what. Like when I do overhead presses, there's sometimes a little bit something inside, but today it's like something on my delt.
Oof.
And today was leg day, so I was doing it real well.
My legs are shredded from this. This program's insane.
Oh yeah, I love it.
I'm ready to go back to hypertrophy. I was talking to my brother today. I've been doing strength, like low rep stuff for like a year almost now.
Yeah.
So it's probably
Well-
time. My knees are shot. They're ready for some different programming.
Oh, I see. I was gonna say, I mean, this block is pretty hypertrophy, but not for deadlifts or
Yeah, I'm just talking like compounds, like 12 to 15 reps.
yeah.
I can
Because the
hear his
squats
knee
too.
talking.
What's that?
I can hear his knee talking when he does stuff. I'm like,
Oh,
what
no.
is that?
Yeah, I get some cracking too. Oh, I didn't do it there, but like usually both knees, typically my ankles and the hips a little. I probably just
Ooh.
need to work on mobility.
Yeah. Do you stretch often?
Dude, I'm the worst at stretching.
Same.
We just
Ah.
roll out of bed. There's no time.
Yeah, I know, right? I mean, I'll walk for 5 minutes while I'm setting stuff up, and then I try to like just do some leg mobility, like some swings like that, right?
Yeah.
Just to get the tendons moving, or tendons warmed up or whatever. But yeah, beyond that, I don't do stretching after exercises or anything. And certainly not before.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, we're gonna do a hold, right?
We're gonna hold it in the low position, right? The stretch
Hold it in the
position.
low position. That sounds
What do you want me to
horrible.
do in the meantime? You want me to like count? timer,
We'll just keep
do it?
Count it
talking.
down.
I'll just keep talking.
You ready?
Yep.
All right, go.
Go.
Yeah, tell us a story, Vetty.
Mm,
Something maybe Justin doesn't know, or something most people don't
I
know.
think I've told him every story, but I have the time. Oh, did we
This
ever
sucks.
talk about the time the guy got murdered in our apartment complex? Why are all my stories about Moida?
Don't make me laugh. Uh,
Moida?
okay.
done?
I was laughing and like my core was like convulsing and I couldn't hold myself up. Oh, dang it. All right.
You didn't expect me to come out with that, did you?
That's great.
So
All All right, you guys get
Want
1
to hear
point.
the story? It's
I
kind of
do.
a long story.
100%. I mean, I got
Play the
nothing
buddy
else to
over
do
again.
tonight.
Whew, this is a little bit of a lengthy one, but it's pretty good. It's pretty good. So buckle up, friends. Back in it was probably like 2008. Justin got his first apartment. His dad was like, "You can either pay me rent or move out," and he was like, "I'm not gonna pay you rent. I'll just get my own place."
Hmm.
So Justin got his own place, and he was always working, and I pretty much lived there and took care of everything. Again, super religious background, religious parents. I was
Hmm.
not, they were like, you gotta still not sleep there. So I would drive home every night back home, and but I was there all the time. So one night my friend came over and she was like, there's somebody in the vestibule looking at all the doorbells. Would you mind coming out here and letting me in? Normally I would just buzz her through and that was that. So I made eye contact with the dude she was talking about, and I let her in, and that was on a Friday night.
Real quick,
And
I'm
Mhm.
trying to picture this. He's in a vestibule, so he's in like a entryway
Yes,
looking at all the buttons. And is your
yes.
friend in there as well?
She saw him and she was nervous about
Yeah.
walking in by herself because creepy man,
Yeah.
her by herself. It's a fire door, so that's locked, and it was a door that would lead to 4 other apartment um, doors, if you
Sure.
will. So that was kind of the first point of access. And then there was that door. And then there was all of our doors, the 4 apartments that were kind of adjoined, if you will.
Okay.
So she calls me. I let her in. We both made eye contact with this gentleman.
Hmm.
And again, comes in, we hang out, don't think anything of it. So a few days later, one of your friends was coming over on your day off, on Jay's day off, right? We had just kind of, gotten the place, and he was like, "Come hang out." He was off work. Come see the place. We'll chill. This that. So the kid gets there, and he's like, "Dude, I can't get in the parking lot." And he's like, "What are you talking about?" I'd already left for work. And he's like, there's a bunch of like police cars, there's what's the truck or the van that
Like a SWAT truck?
CSI type thing.
Yeah, like
Oh,
the
or crime
forensic
scene.
van.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's
Wow.
like, they're questioning everybody coming in, and there are a bunch of detectives there asking him why you're here. He's like, well, you don't live here, why are you here?
Yeah.
Oof.
I'm going to visit my friend. um and they're like, well, I don't know, did he end up coming over that day?
Yeah, I think
Okay,
he still came
so
over.
he let him in, but then later that day the detectives were all knocking on the doors and questioning people. Well, I was at work. He said to the detective, and I remember you were freaking out because we didn't pay the fee to have Jim Cat and Riggs. So he was thinking it was going to be the apartment people trying to bust him for having
Oh,
cats.
I love
I don't know.
it.
So
They
he
brought
was
the
trying
crime
to
scene
shove,
investigators.
yeah, he was trying to like shove cats like in
Yeah.
every, room, try and hide the evidence. But no, it was a legit detective, and he said, did anything weird happen on Friday night that you can think of? And he said, well, come to think of it, my girlfriend saw some guy out there that we've never seen before. Obviously, living in an apartment, you're going to see people
Yeah.
all the time that you recognize. You just nod. So, gave him my number, didn't think anything of it. 2 months later, maybe, I get a phone call, and it was the detective. And he said, I need you to come down and do a lineup. I need you to look at some pictures.
Wow.
And my friend had called me right after that. She's freaking out. I got to go to the police station and do this lineup thing. And we're freaking out. So we go in, we look at all these photos, and I remember what he looks like. I have a really good photographic memory. So I look at all these sheets of pictures and I'm like, nope, 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 nope. It's one of these three, but these guys all kind of look similar.
Mm.
Great. She picked out, the same guy. So there's another woman who was in the apartment complex that also was called in that I didn't know about at the time. So from there, okay, thanks, ladies. We'll be in touch.
Hmm.
Maybe 2 weeks later, they call us back in again and they're like, okay, you have to come with us to the Cook County Jail. And I don't know if you know about Cook County Jail, but it's
It's a place.
it's a
Rough.
place. So now I was getting like super nervous, and Cook County Jail is not somewhere where you want to go. So I ride with her in this detective's truck, and then the other lady rode in a different one because we weren't able to talk and converse with each other. And we pull up to the Cook County Jail. They buzz us in through a series of different
Mm. Like
different
checkpoints.
checkpoints. And I remember I was sitting in the front seat and there were a bunch of prisoners in the gymnasium and they were making lewd gestures at us because we were females.
Oh wow.
And I'll never forget that. That was very weird. And we get to another point and then we both get frisked by a female officer. And every room you go through is, you walk through a door, they shut it, lock it. Then you walk through another
Mhm.
door, they shut it, lock it. So that if any prisoners break out,
Yeah.
they can't bum rush and rush
Escape.
like
Yeah.
everybody through. Yeah. You have to follow a yellow line. Everything smells like pee. Um,
Oh no.
like everything in that place. Yeah, it's crazy. So we get in the room. It's just this random room in this humongous facility. And we're just sitting there. And now I'm starting to get nervous. I'm like, they can't see me in this room, can they? Like, they're not going to know I'm there. And they assure me that no one can
It's
see
like the
you.
fake mirror
Yeah,
glass.
yeah. So the guy
Mhm.
even went out there or he was in the room and like when you turn the light off, you can't see anything. So he even like did that for me to show me that it's okay. It's okay. I'm like, okay. So they brought everybody out and it was really sad. One of the sad things is that the other people are there and they have these bologna sandwiches off to the side, and I'm like, what are those for? Are we getting sandwiches? And they're like, nah, they ain't for you. They volunteer for an extra sandwich to be part of the
Oh, I
lineup
get
if
it.
they're
Okay.
not
They get an
guilty.
extra sandwich.
Oh
Yeah.
wow.
So white bread and bologna, that's
It's worth
it.
it.
So we do the lineup, and I knew who it was. I was like, it's that guy. And he's like, whoa, 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 whoa. It's like, you got to pick the people that aren't it for sure. I'm like, okay, not that guy, not that guy, not that guy. So I chose the guy that I thought it was or that I knew it was. And then my friend did the same thing. And then I think it was maybe 2 months after that, after we got through all of this, um, another detective came to our house. We had since moved because I was like, I am not living somewhere where there is a moita. Like, I'm just not going to do it.
That's
So
fair.
and I'll back up. The gentleman ended up, I'm really bad at telling stories. It's a really sad story in the end, but this guy, there was a state's
Thank you, Crush.
attorney. Thank you. The state's attorney came, I think that's what they call it, or defense attorney, on one last ditch effort to talk to me about the case, because I guess it was finally going to court, because they did have the gentleman that did it. And in case you didn't know, it was, like I said, a murder. And this guy lived in these apartment complexes when he was younger with his mom, and he knew the place very well, and decided to come back to the area and rob somebody. And he buzzed all of the buzzers to get somebody to answer and let him in. And that was the same man that my friend said, I'm freaking out. I don't know this guy. Obviously, he's creepy looking, and I don't want to go in.
It's crazy.
And it could have been her. And this guy stabbed this man to death and ended up stealing his car. And it was just a defenseless, like, older man that he did this to and stole his car. So,
Oh my gosh.
for no reason, got nothing out of it. Just,
Well, hopefully you
So-
help put him away.
Yep.
I did. And he's serving a life sentence. So that is a
Man.
long story, but it's crazy to be a part of something like that, because it's not how you think it happens in movies. So
Yeah, that didn't seem like how it's done in TV at all.
yeah.
Let's see. So, at one point, somebody came in and there was cops all over, right? That was when they had discovered the murder or whatever.
Yeah, I guess the guy was in the he was left in there all weekend.
Yeah.
It happened that Friday night, but then all weekend he was,
Oh,
the guy
jeez.
robbed him Friday night, and he sat there Saturday, Sunday, Monday,
Didn't show
and
up
then
for
they
work.
didn't show up for work, and then they did like a well-being check on Tuesday, and that's when they found him.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
yeah. I think about that too. Getting old and being old, and would you have somebody to
Yeah, he didn't have anything.
sad,
and
man.
so
That's why you
check
gotta-
on you? Yeah.
nice. But yeah, he's serving a life sentence. You could, can I dox him?
No, don't dox him.
No?
I don't
Yeah,
know.
I mean, people
I
could
don't know.
probably look it up if they wanted.
Yeah. If you want to, you could always
On the
ask,
internet?
but I could-
So there was some chatter, complete non sequitur, on the chat. Did you guys write a book? Did you release a book?
Yeah, we released a marriage
What?
book today.
Mhm.
Yep.
I didn't see that. Tell me about this book you released.
We've been working on this for a while. Just a lot of people ask us, honestly, from Twitch, like about the past year, about our marriage, and how we've got so close and all that. And it's probably, as far as Twitch goes, one of the most frequently asked questions, I suppose, is like, how do you guys do all this? How do you guys find time for all this? How do you guys work together so well? Blah blah blah. So we just wanted to put pen to paper
Mhm.
and just get it out there. So we released it actually today. Been advertising it for a couple weeks. We've been working on it for what, 3 months?
Wow, more than
Yeah.
Dude, that's
Um,
awesome.
Yeah. So it's a short little thing. We shot some videos for it and just kind of talk about our story and what was foundational in us growing closer, and just something that I can throw up on my website and just have there for people for when that question comes up. And it was really nice to kind of work together on
Yeah.
on a project too, and kind of just have all that stuff together. So it was super nice.
Is this the one that's on your website?
Yeah. Yeah.
Perfect.
There's 2 of them on there. I did another one a few months back, but this is the one with both of us on there. Yeah.
Sweet. I'm gonna check that out. What did you say?
I did this one with him, so it's way better.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. Yeah, that would have been funny if it was like Taking Back Your Marriage, written by a single guy or written by just the husband.
Yeah.
Boo.
Be like, I don't know if I trust that. I don't know if that's real.
Yeah.
That's awesome though, and that you guys have like such great stories. I wonder too, like, the perspective is always so important. And I think about that, like with our kids, like, I hope that they don't have to experience crazy things to get perspective. So I ponder how to help them get perspective and stuff, how to see that some things are good and some things are bad. Right. that they don't need to do certain things, that certain things that they have are very great and beneficial and good, and not to take it for granted, right? You know, and certainly, okay, there's this gnat, and I'm gonna die trying to kill this freaking thing.
Get him.
All right, I think we're good. You know, there's certain things that they're just going to learn on their own, and they have to, you know, kind of the school of hard knocks or whatever. But as much as you can, you want it to, you know, minimize the things that they have to go through. Again, like you probably wouldn't say, yeah, I want them to, you know, try some cocaine when they're 17 and, you know, exactly. See?
Yeah, I mean, I would
Nope.
say, like I kind of said before, I think it's just so important that I've done it and that I can
Yeah.
say, like, my parents told me not to do it, but they never told me why. My parents also told me not to smoke cigarettes with a cigarette in their hand.
Yeah.
You know
Mm,
what I'm saying? Like, it's one of those
yeah.
things where it's like, do as I say, not as I do type
Right,
thing.
right,
So I
right.
always kind of got that, you know, actions never met the words type parenting thing. So they told me not to do it. And I'm like, oh, you mean like don't smoke cigarettes? You know, don't drink, like that. So it's really important to me to, you know, make sure my actions follow my words. And if I say not to do something, here's why not to do it. And here's why I don't do
Mm,
it.
Mhm.
And if I
hmm.
do it, then I need to own up to that. And that's something that I never had growing up. So I think with, it's really, you know, like we talk about
Yeah.
foundational parenting, like having a good base, a good foundation, like it seems like you guys have as well. I think that's going
Mhm.
to be a lot easier because your kids are going to believe what you say. Whereas for me, it was,
Absolutely.
I never believed anything I was told.
Here's
So
hoping.
yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, you know,
Yeah.
there's going to be all kids are going to have those times, but I mean, it takes a lot, I think,
Yeah.
for them to go down the path that I went down because it was just, you know,
Sure.
there was no or very little, you know, guidance.
Mhm.
I think too there's there's some interesting things to think about there with like what you were saying too, like don't do this. And there's something like exotic and fun and desirous when somebody's like don't do this or
Oh
don't
yeah.
have this,
Mm-hmm.
right? So certainly teaching that is important, but I think at the same time also being like if you ever get in trouble and need help, I am there, no questions
Yeah.
asked. You
Right.
know, we can deal with it the next day or whenever.
Mhm.
Like, if you need help, I am there. Because, you know, some boundaries will be pushed. And ideally, what sticks with them then is that idea of like, you know, my parents are there for me.
Right.
So, you know, they can come to us because I think that's what it's about too. Because you think about like or cell phones or just anything else. Like I don't want them to experience certain things without me, without the opportunity for guidance and a loving parent, right? Because if they do something for the first time at school or for the first time at a job or for the first time with a friend, like they're gonna lose their job. They're going to get in serious trouble at school. They're going to lose that friend, right? But they're not going to lose a parent, really.
Right.
You know, like we may be livid, but we're going to be the most loving disciplinarians or whatever that they
Mhm.
might have.
Yeah.
So I think that's an interesting part of it too. Like, here's some rules, but also just remember, you know, if you need me,
Yeah.
I'm there no matter what.
Yes. Absolutely.
For sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So those are some of the things I think about too. And I don't know.
It's really hard. One of the hardest things, I would say, being a parent, and our kids are still quite young, is disciplining them.
Mm,
Man, sometimes it's really, really difficult, and even their preschool teacher said, like, parents are not disciplining their children, and it's because it's hard. It's
mm-hmm.
hard to. You don't want to be the nag, the person that's always telling them what to do, but got to.
Right.
Yeah, it's definitely way easier to just kind of let the easy stuff slide, you know, and then
Mm,
the threshold with which you let slide, I think for a lot of people gets greater and greater and greater because they just, you know, at first it's like, well, who cares if they have one piece of
Right.
candy? Oh, who cares if they have half the bag? Oh, who cares if they eat the whole bag? And then, you know, 5 years from now, you got obesity on your hands, you know,
right,
like little
right.
things like that just can easily snowball and scale. And I always say, you know, what you allow in one area of your life, you will allow in any area of your life.
Mm,
And that's why I think, again, you know, foundation of discipline, foundation of ownership, foundation of all those types of things will help anybody be a better
For sure.
everything, whatever
Mhm.
you're trying
Mhm.
Yeah, what's your go-to like with the kids for discipline?
Mm,
to. Normally withhold snacks right now. Withhold
Yeah.
snacks.
Yeah.
They're really good kids,
Yeah.
to be fair. I mean, but
Yeah, but I mean, kids are kids, right?
Mhm.
kids are kids, yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, you have the twin dynamic too, which is really, really, really hard. It's a totally different thing. You have they kind of like try to discipline each other, which isn't
Mm.
good because you have one leader and one follower, and you want the follower to be herself, and you want the
Mhm.
follower to make her own decisions, and she latches onto the other who
Mhm.
makes all the decisions and calls all the shots. So
Mm.
it's interesting. Twins are
Mhm.
interesting for sure.
Yeah, that's fascinating. We don't have any twins, but they kind of come in pairs. So we've got two girls, two boys, two girls. And in general, those pairs work really, really well together.
Hmm.
Um, and yeah, the older one often leads due to the fact that they're older, but I think the youngers are given an opportunity to kind of express those feelings and those behaviors as well. And they get along pretty well. It's like intergroup interactions that's like difficult. Like number two, Hannah, with number three, Sebastian. Like she's just always so critical and hypercritical of him. And I think it's because
Yeah.
anytime she gets in trouble, she wants to take it out on somebody and he's the
Yeah.
next one in
Yep.
line. And he's a goofball, goofs off and things like that. So it's kind of a easy target for that. Um, but it's interesting too to see how our discipline has changed as well. Like I always try to any type of punishment. I'm like, we will not do it out of anger, or we will do our best not to do it out of anger. Like no television, or no points for a week, no electronics for a week, or no snacks for a week, or 2 weeks, or all that stuff. Try to be calm because we also want to model for them too. Like let's show them how to be calm and then interact
Yeah.
and then share your frustration, as opposed to just going off the hinge, which our oldest is 14 now, and I think I'm getting there. Like the only times I will really shout is when one of the older kids is really just, not being kind to Monica.
Mhm.
I'm like, you do
Okay.
not
Yeah.
treat my wife that way.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That kind of
For sure.
language, which is interesting. But yeah, it definitely changes. How old are you guys as kids?
5.
Mhm.
5.
Hmm.
5 alive.
So are they, let's see, are they gonna be in kindergarten?
Yes.
Yes, in 2 weeks.
Ooh, what's that gonna be
We
like?
It's going to be different. It's been the realizations kind of set in for
Mhm.
both of us.
Mm.
There's going to be good and bad out of it. um, my current work schedule, I'm off during the week. So right now we have what we coin in our house a daddy daughter day, where I get one day a week where it's just me and the girls
That's awesome.
one on one. Like yesterday we went to the trampoline park, we went to the pool, we sat on the couch and ate popcorn and watched a movie together.
Mm.
Like it's a very intentional day that I
Mm-hmm.
get to just invest in those two, just me and them. The phone gets thrown away and we just chill. And that's going to stink because I won't have that anymore, because now they're going to be in school all day. So we'll have our Sunday nights together, but it'll be a family type thing.
Will you
But
still
then
be able
me
to
and
do like
her.
the afternoon with them?
Sure. Yeah, we'd still be able
Or
to do the afternoon,
okay,
but it's just
yeah.
not,
It's not the
3:30.
whole
We're getting
day, yeah.
home. It's dinner time. We're kind
Sure.
of it's different. But yeah, we'd still have some time. And then, but now her and I will get uninterrupted time together. So
Mhm.
her and I will have a day together just for us,
Right.
and then her and I will each have a day together on our own. We're very intentional about scheduling scheduling it the way where we
Mhm.
each got a day off by ourselves too. So it's just gonna different season, it'll be fine. We'll navigate it, but it's just like the realization is definitely setting in for me that my kids are going to be in school, and there's
Mhm.
they're actually kids now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
one thing we don't get often is, living away from our family and friends, close friends, and there's rarely a moment away from our kids, and whether together or
Mm,
apart. And your brain needs a little bit of time to process things. And like I said, I can mow the lawn and have some time, but that's not the
yeah.
same as being able to like kind of decompress. And I can't really think of things about life when you're always on, have to be
Mm-hmm.
on for other people. So I
Right.
think it'll be
Yeah,
good.
it would be amazing to be able to, have a grandma that we could kick them off at for 2 hours and go out to dinner together or something like
Yeah.
that. We just don't have
And
anything like
I
that.
don't trust like care people really. I wouldn't hire out on like, they have care.com, and
Oh,
we're
sure.
still getting used to people at church. Plus you don't want to be like, hey, you want to watch my
Yeah, it's always a
kids,
lot to ask someone too,
you know.
especially with twins. It's like,
Yeah.
hey, so I don't know. Again, new season, we're looking forward to
Yeah.
it. It's
Mm-hmm.
going to have its ups and downs, but I know for a fact we'll be
I'm
fine.
excited for them. They're going to have a blast.
Yeah,
And they're going to be in separate rooms, I think,
separate
at
classes.
school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Is that normal to do with twins?
Uh, I feel as though our children are very dependent on each other, so I kind of threw that
So you
out there. I was
wanted
like,
that?
we wouldn't mind.
I
Yeah,
could also see
cool.
the school kind of preferring it too,
Yeah.
because it's going to be easier to handle them when they're not a unit,
Yeah.
A tag
because they
team,
would
yeah.
definitely they're harder to handle together than they
Yeah.
are separate for
Join
Sure.
forces.
sure.
Yeah, yeah, I love, and there's a lot that you've said too that I'm thinking about, like, scheduling personal time is really, really important. And
Yeah.
honestly, like, some of that is like my gym time in the morning, which is weird because then I stream it and I'm talking to
Mhm.
people.
Mhm.
Um, but to some extent, it's like, whatever is interesting me at the time. The only difference really is like, I'm trying to work out, I'm trying to do something specific. So there's not a ton of time to decompress in other ways, but that's some of that time. And yeah, this time I'm
Yeah.
able to do
Mhm.
stuff and it's
Yeah.
great. We kind of have the flexibility, like my wife stays home. And so it's kind of like, all right, do the kids have something going on? Okay, then us, like we got something going on. And that's more of the default. So like as an introvert, I have to like carve a little bit of time back and say, hey, I need a little bit of time to do my own thing.
That's what
It
I
blows my
need.
mind that you're an introvert.
Yeah. Never would
That
have
blows
guessed.
my mind. I
Yeah,
heard
I
you say that
just
on stream the
fake
other day,
it.
and I was like,
Yeah,
what?
I just fake it real well. Like even this, I mean, like, um, because I feel like, we just hang out every day. This is rejuvenating to me to just hang out and have a
Yeah.
conversation with you guys. It feels like we're just, chilling on my porch and like
For
I'm
sure.
down with that, like with my good friends. Going out like to do something, my initial instinct is like I don't want to do that, right? Like
Mhm.
I don't have the energy, I'm tired, it's the end of the day. I don't want to go see anybody else. I don't want to make new friends or anything like that.
Yep.
And I get
Sure, sure.
there, I say yes and then I have a great time, right?
Yeah.
Um, it's this idea of like an extroverted introvert. Like when I'm out, I'm good, but I don't want to go out most of the time.
Yeah,
So
Samesies.
yeah.
yeah,
For
like
sure.
yeah, in that vein, how do you guys recharge? Like we talked a little bit about it in what you just said, but do you recharge by being alone or do you recharge by being with people?
That's so I heard you ask that question the other day, and
Mhm.
I
Mm,
answered it to Betty. Like, I think I can recharge both ways. I think there's
mm,
certain times where I feel the need for like someone to just talk to that's not the internet. You know what I'm saying?
mm,
Like someone, a friend I
For
can just sit
me,
down with and just talk, about
mm-hmm.
whatever and not have this
Yeah.
be broadcasted and not have this be clipped and not have this be
Whatever wife you need to, talk about like, this happened, like.
Yeah, I mean, just anything in
Pretty
life,
much.
you know, like when you share as much online as we do about our
Yeah.
life, you know, sometimes there's that want to just recharge, but
Yeah.
then there's also the time where I can recharge by spending time in the Bible, or
Mm,
recharge by spending time in nature all by myself. You know, that kind of fellowship with God is a really good time, or even just sitting out on my patio with a cup of coffee sometimes for 20 minutes does a lot.
hmm.
So, you know, there's also the times where I just kind of just want to be in the presence of other people and just be out there, you know.
Yeah, for
Hmm.
me, I
She's
definitely,
exactly like you.
I, well, I don't even know if it's exact because I would rather, to recharge would probably just, you know, if you could picture somebody like face down on the ground, like I'm
Yeah.
recharging. I don't know, you know. Um, I don't even, it's been so long since I've been able to even do that, but I would say recharging for me is kind of disassociating my brain from reality and maybe watching a show that he doesn't watch and that only I like to,
Hmm.
if I read, I will fall asleep. Um, but anything that I don't have to put the energy out into other people or
Mm,
into, I could just sit there and that's how I could recharge. But being alone is very important to me at times.
And
hmm.
it's amazing how much streaming and content creation has really just increased my confidence about being out there and being in front of other
Yeah,
people. Like I
for
could go to
sure.
church and talk to anybody. I could, you
Mm,
know, give presentations. I could do any of that now.
hmm.
And, you know, 2 years ago, that would give me anxiety. Social situations, not as much, but just like public speaking type
Hmm.
situations would have.
Right.
But now I don't really have that anymore. So that's
And
really
you're
cool.
in sales, so that's so weird because I feel like you could
That's a
sell
built-in part of
anything.
sales. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was always good with talking to people, but just like talking in front of a large group of people was always
Sure.
awkward.
Like
This
commanding an
guy,
audience. Yeah.
like
Yeah.
he sells there have been times prior in our life where he'd sell me and make me feel like I was wrong when I knew I was right. And like,
I use my sales
yeah,
experience to
he'd be
gaslight.
like,
Oh yeah.
and I'd be like, wait a second, maybe I am wrong, you know?
Gotcha.
And I'm like, what is going on? I'm like, I think I just got the rug pulled out from under me, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. My wife is totally wise to that as well.
Yeah.
She's like, you're just better at that than I am,
Yes.
which I
And
kind of
I
like
can
don't
tell
agree
you.
because I'm like, because like she ends up being more patient. And then I feel like, after the fact, when I think through it, I was like, no, your arguments were much more logical than mine. Mine was just like you know, an impassioned logical thing, which wasn't really logical. And,
But
I
you said
just
it
sold it.
convicting and with passion. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it went over. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's not always the best thing to do. All right, I'm gonna hit the thing. We got a couple more
Let's go.
coming up here. I think we have like five more. I better hit these faster.
Sorry.
No,
I'm
that's all right.
chatty.
It's later for you guys. I love it. I would chat forever, except I have to go to the
I'm
Renaissance Fair at
chatty.
some point. Two truths and a lie. All right, so we're gonna play two
Ooh.
truths and a lie. You guys are gonna tell us three different things, and we have to figure out which one is the lie. And whoever, I don't know why it's like doubling stuff up. What a turd. Um, Whoever in chat picks the right one has a chance to win a free sub to your channel. So that's what we're doing here.
Okay. Three. Okay.
If you
Two
want to
truths.
collude for a second, I can talk about the giveaway for a minute. Yeah, you guys talk about that.
So we're each doing this, right?
Yeah,
She's doing it.
let's do both. Yeah.
Okay.
Do you guys have your stories?
Did
Mm-mm.
you give us stories and
Okay.
you didn't relay this to me? Were
What?
we
No,
supposed to work on this?
I don't think so.
I mean,
I mean,
Were we
it's in
supposed
the
to work on this?
materials, but it's like buried with all the games and stuff. It's okay.
I figured we could probably just figure it
You
out
can
on the
figure it
fly.
out. I will talk about the giveaway while you
Here we
think
go.
about it, guys. All right. So, for everyone who's joining us and hasn't heard the pitch, we are doing a giveaway as well. Justin and Vetty are figuring out 3 stories each to tell us, and one each is going to be a lie. We're going to have to figure that out. But at the end of the show, we're going to do a giveaway, a Legion supplement giveaway, where you win a code that you can go to their website and get whatever supplement you want from their website for free, which is great if you win the giveaway. So type exclamation ticket right now to get a ticket for the giveaway. And you can type exclamation points to see how many points you have. And you can get additional tickets by typing exclamation ticket and then a number. And tickets cost 20 points. That was a mouthful. If you want to see what that is, you can type exclamation giveaway and it will show how many points you have. Everyone gets a ticket for free. But guess what, guys? If you sub, you are 4 times more likely to win, and you get 1,000 free points, which makes, that's right, 50 tickets. 1,000 free points for your 50 tickets. So free to enter, pay to win, and you could get some whey protein, like a bag of whey protein that's worth $60, $60 from the store, which is great. Free product. You're all here. Even if you don't train, you can get multivitamins, fish oils, protein bars, protein cookies. There's so many random things you can get. I've been using them for 2.5 years, ever since I read the Bigger, Leaner, Stronger book by Mike Matthews, and have only been sponsored by them for a few months. So yeah, check out your points, get your tickets. We'll do the drawing at the end of the show. Justin has actually won once, I think. Maybe twice. I can't remember.
I won too.
Or Vetty, yeah, you guys won.
Yeah, we each. It was under my name though.
But
Yeah.
I've technically won twice.
I like this whole situation because I get to give free stuff to the friends. That's basically
Awesome.
what I want to happen. So, but this giveaway is for new people. So Justin and Vetty can't win this one.
No.
We're out, yeah.
Minnie's won once. He can't win. Who
The
else?
cinnamon
Tabs.
cereal. The cinnamon cereal is my favorite so far.
Isn't that good?
That one's my favorite so far.
It tastes like
I like
cinnamon
the
cereal.
strawberry.
Is it banana
I like
strawberry?
strawberry.
Just the regular strawberry.
Is that a whey or their
Casein.
pre-workout? Or casein?
Casein.
Oh, I didn't know they had a casein strawberry.
Mhm.
Oh, I'm gonna get that.
It
Mhm.
tastes like a melted strawberry shake from McDonald's.
That's like all that wonderful fake strawberry
Yeah,
right there. I love it.
not bad.
How do you like you got protein bars or cookies?
I've gotten both, so I'm trying to go through a lot of their newer stuff. The protein bars are pretty decent. I'm gonna like rank them all too. They put like little dairy nibs and chocolate nibs in them, so you get like a dairy and chocolate
Ooh.
crunch in there as well, which is really, really good. The flavor's fantastic on the bars. My only complaint is they're like a little hard, a little like crystalline on the outside. Like the sugars become crystallized or something. Or sugar, it's not sugar, whatever it is.
I don't know. It's making my mouth water.
Yeah, but I emailed them and they're like, hey, just heat it up for 7 seconds. They're like, we're continuing to work on it, because it's
Oh,
hard to
fair
make
enough.
it with all that powder, to make it package and to make it shelf stable and all these things. So they're like, they're just sharing all this information in a long ass email. We're working to make it all these things, but if you just throw it in the microwave for 7 seconds, like, oh, it's so good. It's too good when you throw it into the microwave for like 7
That's great.
seconds. So
What flavor?
they have a peanut butter cup and a cookies and cream. I'm like a sucker for
Ooh.
peanut butter and chocolate, so I'm always making peanut buttery stuff.
Yeah.
And then they now have a blueberry muffin, and I think the blueberry muffin is the best.
And you heat it up?
Yeah, just 7 seconds, and it just softens it just a little. And actually, it gives it just a little bit of that like warmth. So like it's kind of like you're eating a blueberry muffin. I just tried that one today. That one's pretty baller.
Good stuff.
I love
But yeah,
blueberry muffin.
on all the socials, I'm going to be trying a bunch of them. So like Kirkland, Anabar. The Anabars are like candy. What's the other brand? Snickers has a high protein. So you just go to a candy maker, have them make a protein bar, and you get Snickers high protein. It's sold out in the US, so I think it's coming from like the UK or something,
Okay.
which is really fun. But I feel like that's just going to be the best because it's
One?
Snickers.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So That's what we got
I
going
haven't
on.
had a Snickers in years.
Well, I was looking up the macros too, because these bars, they're like 270, the blueberry protein bars, like 270 calories. And I kind of like the 180, 190 Kirklands just because of the calorie amount.
Yeah.
But those have more sugar alcohols. So they have the carbs, but they don't have the calories. And the Legion don't have sugar alcohols or as much. They have more stevia and a little actual sugar and some fat. So you're actually
the
getting
alcohol
some
directly in the
legit.
stomach.
You're actually getting some legit calories with those.
Yeah, those
But
Quest bars used to
Oh.
do me dirty, man.
yeah. Well, I feel like if I have like two of the Kirkland bars, two of anything with like sugar alcohol, that's when it's just like bubbly,
Yep.
and they're like, "Dad, what's wrong with you?" And I'm like, "Sorry, guys, this is what's happening."
Yeah.
It's not fun.
It's
For
so
sure.
true.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Your
it's
kids
for
are
real.
like, what was that?
yeah,
Protein.
yeah. It's not good. So yeah, I'm gonna be going through all those. All right, do you guys have your stories?
Ready.
All right,
You want me to go
pull up
first?
my notes here. So I got to write it down. I'm a note taker.
Wait,
No.
we're just giving two truths and a lie, right?
Two.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just calling it a story like I'm supposed to like.
Yeah, I shouldn't call it a story. I
Two
called it a
truths
story
and a
one
lie.
time,
Two
and
truths and a
Eddie
lie.
came on the show and then told like 5-minute stories each.
Oh, nice.
And so it became like a 20-minute section or 15-minute section. So I was like,
I'm
from
just
then
gonna
on, I'm
bing,
like,
bang, boom.
yeah, I was like, tell me 3 facts.
All right. Mine first.
Yeah, let's
Go
do
for
it.
Let's see. First one, I have a master's degree. Second
Mm.
one, I have 3 tattoos. And third one would be I've driven a car on a bike path. Go.
Driven a car on a bike path. All right, so number 1, you have a master's degree. Number 2, you have 3 tattoos. And number 3, you've driven a car on a bike path.
Yes.
All right, those are 3 good ones. Let's see. We'll get Justin's as well, and then we'll let
There you go.
everyone kind of cogitate on everything.
Okay, mine are I'm a Star Wars fan. I love candy. And I've never benched 300 pounds.
Yours are all bunk.
Mine are bunk?
Yeah.
Oh
Bunk.
man! All right, so Betty's. All right, I'll do Justin's real quick. So Star Wars fan number 1, loves candy number 2, and never benched 300 is number 3.
Correct.
This is
So you
tough.
have
All
to
right,
pick out the lie, right?
you got to pick out the lie. So in chat, you got to say V for Betty. Give me V in a number, and J for Justin. J in a number.
You're picking the lie.
You're picking the lie. That's right. So one of these is a lie. All right. So let's go back to Betty's. It's funny. Justin's, I was like, Star Wars fan, love candy, never been through. I was like, I don't know. Like any of these could be a lie. Betty, obviously showing a tattoo, but the question is, are there 2 more? And chat should know. Dude, and I'm like, I have such the worst memory. Like I've probably asked you about tattoos before too, and had you explain your tattoos and
What's up? No.
All right, let's see. N Wink, is that in the J Wink family? The
That
Winkelbauer
is.
family? Nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Welcome in, friend. Gaston, I think I've seen a few on Insta, if you want more on Insta. So there may be more than 3. Ooh, like that's the lie. Like it's a numerical lie. That'd be a good one. We'll also see who's the better liar in the relationship, and they'll see it too. And maybe they'll have a conversation about tonight. I don't
We're
know.
both pretty
Maybe.
good at
Who knows
lying.
what'll happen?
No, I'm not. I'm terrible at it.
You're like, were you snorting cocaine? No, it was protein. It was Legion
Yeah.
cereal
Legion,
protein.
strawberry, casein.
Like I
That's what it
believe
was.
it. I 100% believe it. I'm not lying. After this, I'm gonna go order that strawberry casein because my wife wants to try a fruit one, And the whey is strawberry banana, but she hates fake banana. So I'm gonna try the
So
casein.
whenever she makes her
strawberry.
protein shake, she has this elaborate thing that she does, man. She takes a little water, a little milk,
Chocolate milk.
a whole thing of ice, and she puts in one scoop. She blends this thing that sounds like a lawnmower in our kitchen at 9 o'clock at night, gets this whole concoction going on, and then it has to go in the fridge and has to sit in the fridge for a period of time before she will consume it. The consumption of said protein shake takes about 25 to 30 minutes because she drinks it through a straw. Whereas
Oh,
it
It's like a
sounds good,
treat.
but for me, I could have ate 45 protein shakes and made them and consumed them in the same amount of time.
yes.
So
Like a milkshake.
yeah, she
Yes.
makes it all fancy.
I get that. I 100% get that. Let's see.
The low fat chocolate milk from Kroger. It has
Carb
like
smart.
the Carb Smart.
I haven't tried that. I bet that's
Mix
good.
it with everything.
Have you guys seen my protein frosties? Let's see if
I
I
have
can.
seen you share that, and I've also seen Tabs talk about that, and it
Mhm.
looks fire, but I haven't tried it.
So as you're describing it, this is what I'm thinking, right? So like after this, I'm going to create this.
Yes,
Let's see. Whoa,
as
there we
you
go.
should.
My dumb face. Come on, dumb face.
Bizarro world.
And I freaking hate Insta. Like, can you scrub? Oh, you can. Okay. So literally, like the thing that you're describing, like spending so much
Yeah.
time
Yeah.
in the
Yeah.
food processor. Look at how much that froths up. That's
What
like
are you mixing it with though?
my food processor.
Yeah, but you're using what's the cream or whatever you're
Oh,
mixing?
so I make snow cone ice out of ice, and then I put like essentially my protein mix in there. And my
Okay.
protein mix is protein. I do whey and casein because it's at night. You know, it doesn't make a difference, but we like to tell ourselves it does. And then, sorry, I was just looking at it. All right. So
He's like drooling.
I know, like it'll help me with the spice that's still in my stomach.
Right.
Whey and casein. Then there's sugar-free, fat-free Jello, which helps it fluff up. Then I do protein, or not protein, but powdered peanut butter. And then there's a little bit of either stevia or monk fruit stuff, or a
Okay.
little bit of extra sweetener. And it's about 68 grams. A little bit of powder. So you blend, you make the snow cone ice, pour that other stuff in there, and then like 160 grams of almond milk. And that kind of froths up too, because that typically has
Okay.
like guar gum and another emulsifier. So then it turns into that frosty, and it's so big. And throw that in the freezer for 2 minutes. Like
Yeah.
you're describing this, and I'm like,
Yeah.
do you make my thing? And then we take that out, and then I put the fat-free whip on top, and then some cereal, and like that,
Cool.
as shown, is like 340 calories. So I can do without the cereal, it can be 200 and
That's more my
260.
speed.
It could be
Yeah.
260 without the cereal.
Yes. We normally go to bed at 10 o'clock at night, and that's only because it takes her 30 minutes to drink the shake. Otherwise, I get to go to bed at 9:30.
Yeah, that's awesome. So yours is more like a ice
Yeah.
or a
Like a frap or something, maybe.
yeah, a milkshake. That's what you
Cappuccino,
said.
and then I'll put a little sugar-free chocolate syrup on it if I'm feeling frisky. The Walden Farms.
We like nice things,
I
I'm
know.
just not all the fat and the sugar.
When
All
I
right.
was going through the cut, it was a big deal. So
Yeah.
was my
No, I
favorite.
feel that 100%. That's why I told Tabs. I was like, just make the smaller version of this, like the 270 calories, and it's like a good protein hit, not much carbs, and you can fast or you can do difficult things all throughout the day because you're gonna have a giant bowl of ice cream at the end of the night.
so good.
All right. What's up, Noel? Cody coming in. All right. So Vetti, these are Vetti's 3 stories. Master's degree.
Gotta pick the lie out of it, right?
Pick the lie. That's right. 2 truths and a lie. Master's degree, 3 tattoos is number 2. Number 3, she's driven a car on a bike path. If you think it's number 1, type V1. If you think it's number 2, tattoos, type V2. If you think it's number 3, type V3. That's Vetti. Yo, you're watching Maze Runner. Good books.
Right.
Not so great movies. All right, I'm gonna collect all your votes for Vetty here. So I got N-Wink is number 1. So there's a chance that N-Wink knows the answer. Jay, number 2, he says.
Felinus Jimus.
Is Jim Cat a girl or a boy?
As a girl.
Girl. Man, she's just going for it, huh? Meow, meow,
He's
meow.
sassy. Yep.
All right, let's see. Nutmeg, 3 for Vetty, 2 for Jay. Ooh. There's 2 for the candy vote. Chris, Vetty 1.
Hello, Checkman.
Jay 2. Ooh.
Hello, chat.
I think Justin might talk about how much he hates candy.
She definitely does,
stream.
bro. She's got that tired old lady meow. I love that. You make me laugh.
Hmm.
Let's see. Zacchaeus. Zacchaeus number 1. Oh, Vetty 1, Justin 3.
Oh, Zacchaeus. I love it, dude. Can I get you the Grand Slam Scrambler? Well, too bad. That's what you're getting.
Let's see. What if it's 3-in-1 tattoo loophole? Yeah.
Scramble.
If it's a
Whatever,
3-in-1
everything
tattoo
in Denny's
loophole,
is like Grand Slam.
Moon's over my.
all right. Gaston is 2, Betty 2. What happening here? What's up, Checkman? Playing a little game
this is
show.
Jester.
You got to guess these truths or these lies. I don't want to confuse Betty. We're guessing lies. Smoker meow. You missed the second set of options. Okay, Justin is a Star Wars fan, is number 1. Loves candy, number 2. 3, never bench 300. Guest star. Yeah, boy. Cody helped me set up the guest star with Taylor, aka Limitless Fitness, last time, so that's how I know how to do it. Vetty 2 or J2. Okay. All right, you guys have like a second. I'm gonna go through my reasoning. All right. So master's degree, 3 tattoos, and driven a car in a bike. There's a lot of guesses. Like people don't think you have a master's degree. That's like we've got 3 guesses there so far. Yo, Joe with the raid. What's going on, guys? Welcome in. We had Joe on several months ago. Awesome dude. Likely going to TwitchCon. You going to TwitchCon, dude?
Let's go, Ray.
It's all the rage. Thanks for coming in, guys. We're hanging out. We're doing the show, the game show. We've got Justin and Vetty on, Jay Wink and Vetty 24. We're doing 2 truths and a lie here. You guys can get in on it. Vetty, why don't you tell us your 3 stories real quick?
3 stories?
Or your 3 facts, sorry.
Oh,
Number
my 3
1.
things. Yes. 1, I've driven a car on a bike path. 2, I've.
No, that's not the
That's
right
3.
order.
Oh, I'm not in the right order. I said I have a master's degree. I said I have 3 tattoos. And I said I have driven a car on a bike path. In that order.
And then Justin, what are yours? And you guys got to guess the
3.
lie.
My 3 are I'm a Star Wars fan, I love candy, and I've never benched 300 pounds.
Boom. Also, if you guys don't know Joe from Average Joe's, he's awesome. He like I was talking about Justin and Vetty, how like it's just so comfortable to hang out and chat with them, and how Sebastian, what are you? You gotta come over here and show.
Yes.
He's dressing
This
up.
Ren Fair stuff.
Yeah. I was gonna say Joe from Average Joe's is like such a kind dude. Like hanging out with you guys is like
Dude,
so fun, and hanging out with him
hear
is just
you.
like that. He can't hear you. He's gonna be Drist Duerden. Drist from the book series from the
Nice.
Forgotten Realms. So
Oh,
apparently my wife is
wow.
making him a whole costume at 10 o'clock at night.
Did she just whip this up?
That's awesome.
Yeah, she's just starting to sew this stuff together.
I can't remember. She's still making it.
Yeah, she's still making his like leather armor. Here, I can lift you up.
Oh, so cute.
I'm gonna be a
Great
swole pirate.
job.
Yeah, that'll be awesome.
Are you making the costume tonight?
Awesome.
I have my
Right
costume.
before it's almost
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
All right. The realm is forgotten. All right. See you, Bash. All right. So the guesses are in. Who's this Joe guy? Dude's super strong. I just see him crushing huge weights. And I'm like, someday maybe I can crush a huge weight. Same thing with Justin. Justin crushes huge weights, and I'm like, someday I'll do that. All right. Anybody else? Did Joe say the tattoos? I can't scroll up for some reason. There we go. Oh,
Yeah, he
Joe
said
said
3 tattoos are the lie.
Joe said tattoos
And candy for me is a.
and candy. Everyone says candy. Okay, so I'm gonna guess candy for Justin because I'm pretty sure it's true that you haven't benched 300 because I feel like you said that that's like your weakest. And I feel like I did that. And I was like, hey, at least I can do one thing better than Justin in my entire life. So
Now you know how I feel.
yeah, you just gotta bench more, Betty. Just, hit that 300 bench. You might have to get on the gear, but
Scrambling. Did you?
Minnie says he's gonna guess the other one. That's really helpful, Minnie. All right, I'm gonna have Vetty and Justin. We'll start with Vetty. You can tell it. Oh, I didn't guess yours.
Ooh.
I'm gonna say the bike path. There we go. I got bike path for Vetty, and I'm gonna say candy. I was gonna say Star Wars because I feel like you're not anti-nerdy, but I just feel like you're not super nerdy. So I was like, huh. But nobody's picking that, so I feel like I don't know. I'm gonna pick it. All right. Betty, what's your lie?
My lie is I do not have a master's degree.
Oh.
She is dumb. See?
Believe it or not.
Wait a second. You have to be a master to not be. I'm dumb. That's true.
Dude, what was the word? I was like, the show is commencing, and you're like, Vetty.
You were saying commencing?
Yeah, it was ending, and you're like, that means it's
Oh,
beginning.
yeah.
Oh,
Well, what was it?
Yeah.
We came up with the word though.
oh, today in stream.
There was something. Yeah.
I don't remember what it was.
So
but no,
Enwink, Christy, and Zacchaeus all guessed correct. Let me know if any of you guys have a sub to their channel already, and I will take you out of the drawing. Otherwise, we'll draw randomly from one of those other ones. All right.
And then mine was I love candy. I do not love candy. I hate candy.
Everyone knew it. You don't love candy at all.
No, not really.
boring.
Unless it's like little white Tic Tacs, right? You know what I'm saying? You just gotta take a little tab, let it suck on your thumb.
Back in the day, for sure. You guys should have listened to N-Wink. Obviously, a wink in chat. Probably would have been smart to listen to the other wink in chat, but no one got
He's the
that.
most boring. I can't even get this guy to like try and get an ice cream cone here and there. He's always like, nah.
No ice cream even?
Not
Do you not have a
really.
sweet tooth?
Not at all.
Ooh,
No.
that's good.
Bitter tooth.
Yeah, I'm more of a salty snacker for sure.
Yeah, so like if you're like, ooh, I'm gonna have a little indulgence, you're gonna go. What are you gonna go to?
Lately, it's been cheese popcorn, right? Did
Yeah,
you get the cheese popcorn?
I may have ate some of it.
Nice.
There was some caramel corn cheese combo, but we saved you some.
Sweet.
Ooh, like the Costco one?
It's the creators one or whatever.
The blue
Creators.
one?
Yeah.
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 Boy, do I know that one. Heck yeah.
Oh yeah.
I could eat that by the bag.
That's we ate some of that today. It was really good.
Probably
All right, let's see. I'm going to do a
Yeah, you
random
can get some. You'll finish the bag.
name picker. So I'm going to throw all your guys' name into this random name picker.
Do it.
And
do
if you
it.
got both right, you get 2 chances. If you got one right, you get 1 chance. All right. Here we go. Random number. Random name.
Oh,
This didn't work right. Let's see.
where it stops, nobody knows. Yeah, that they opened a sweet shop by our house, and I had to try it after the cut, of course. And there was a banana pudding cookie, and
Oh.
I enjoyed this banana pudding cookie. It was one of the best things I've ever had in my life.
Oh my
And
gosh, it
then my
sounds
children
amazing.
decided on a lavender scone.
Ooh.
And Wink, if you're here, scone. I don't know why it was really dry. They chose that, but they also had blueberry cheesecake ice cream, which I sampled, and it was delicious.
Mm. Dude,
So
if you like sweet indulgences, where did we go? Jenny's ice cream? Have you heard of Jenny's? That's like a fancy place if you travel, like crazy concoction ice cream that they put together. But they only give you like 2 small scoops, which is nice. So it's not like the Cold Stone like 2,000 calorie cone, which I will absolutely do Butterfinger extravaganza or whatever. But yeah, Jenny's, there it is. All right, Zacchaeus, you win a sub
yay!
to the J-Wing channel. Let me
Let's
know.
go, Zacchaeus.
Let's go.
Zacchaeus, let me know if you're already subbed, and we'll draw another name. But otherwise, congratulations on your win.
Congrats. Remember Baskin Robbins would give you the little sample on that tiny spoon?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Most ice cream places will still do that, which is great. 2 scoops ain't enough to fill your spoon. Yeah. You're like, I brought my own. They're like, sir, that's a ladle. Like,
Right.
no, this is my tasting spoon.
Doing it.
All right, we're going to
Let's
keep these
go.
wheel spins going. I got to work that shoulder out. Are you guys ready for this? Can you
What
see
is
it? Can you, Jesus? Can you? This is our trivia. Are you ready for this?
Nice.
So
You can read some of that.
we're going to see how well you guys know your Bible trivia. There's some of these that I was like, ooh, I couldn't even guess this one correctly.
No way.
So there's some fun, difficult ones. All right, so this is QuizKit. So everyone over here on mobile or on desktop, you can hover and click on QuizKit. You have to like enable it to play. Most of you who've been around have already done that, so you can do it. We'll get the rules here in a second. Let me pop it up. Let's see. Let's see. And where's the quiz? Both with quiz. There we go. All right. Can you, Jesus?
I don't
Mobile
know. Can you?
high latency mode. All right. We're going to send the rules out now. Basically, correct answers gain points. Wrong answers lose points. The quicker you answer, the more points you win or lose. Not answering doesn't affect your points. And the player with the most points at the end is the winner. And you win absolutely nothing except our love and adoration forever. So, all right. This is one, I feel like most of the time, most of the quizzes, people have a pretty good sense of them, of the trivia, but I feel like this is one that's going to be difficult for everyone, including me. I'm excited. All right.
Let's see.
In the book of Judges, who killed 600 Philistines with an ox goad? Was it Samson, Gideon, Shamgar, or Ehud? Great
Do I
Great
guess?
No
names.
idea.
Yeah.
I can guess like right now and
Yep.
say
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm gonna go with Gideon.
Gideon. Why Gideon? Why would you guess Gideon?
I just feel like that might have unlocked a weird memory in my brain.
I like it. Yeah, because when I looked at these names, I was like, I know Samson, and I'm pretty sure there was no ox goad with Samson. And I was like, I don't know Ehud, and I don't remember Gideon.
No, I feel
And I was like,
like
I have no idea who Shamgar is.
no idea, Sham.
Any guess, Justin?
No guess. I have no idea.
Guys, it's Shamgar.
Dang.
I feel like I should have pulled up like here. Shamgar. That'll tell us something.
Shamgar.
Son of Anath is the name of one or two possible individuals named in the book of Judges. There you go. Got to go back. Got to go back through Judges. Ooh, Shem and the Ox Goad. There's a great book that you can get.
Man,
This is deep cut.
that's deep.
You have to really like internalize like,
That is deep. in the
Lord, what do you
Bible.
want me to learn
Yeah,
about this
Judges
ox
is deep
goad?
for sure.
Wowzers.
All right.
right.
What we got next?
Which prophet had a vision of a valley of dry bones coming to life? Micah, Ezekiel, Obadiah, or Hosea? It's tough. It's like all the Old Testament prophets
Yeah.
I kind of get mixed up.
Like,
I like to look at the Old Testament for some like, wow, that's interesting. But
Yeah.
I'm, you're in the New Testament to like, what's relevant to me right now? What's the
yeah,
parable
you're
that I
in the
need?
New Testament. These are old.
Yeah. It's tricky. It's tricky.
What you got?
Your guess
Yeah.
is
Ezekiel.
as good as mine.
I'm gonna go Ezekiel.
Ezekiel? Were you Googling? Did I see some Google
no,
happening?
no, I was looking.
We can't see
It's a
our
little bit. Our monitors.
our
a little-
monitor kind of
Oh, yeah, it's kind of
so I
small
just
down here.
zoomed
Sorry.
in
Yeah.
on the old, I swear.
no
I'm not
cheats, no
cheating.
cheats.
Dude, you cheat as much as you want. Ezekiel, guys, I'm really impressed. 3 people also got
Is
it
there a
right,
song about this?
along with you. The Valley of
The
Dry
Dry
Bones coming to
Bones?
life. If
Yeah.
there is, you should sing it, or we should try to sing it. We'll just make it
Yeah.
up. It'll be great. It'll be great. I should have turned off mobile latency because now I'm like waiting for the next question. Oh, yeah. I'm gonna maybe I'll post these. I'm gonna go and look up all these stories to get familiar with them because I've read through the Bible
Okay.
probably
Yeah, that'd be cool.
twice
I gotta
now.
figure out Shamgar.
Shamgar, exactly. All right, in the New Testament, who was converted to Christianity after encountering a bright light on the road to Damascus? You'll get this one. Barnabas, Saul, Philemon, or Titus?
It was Saul.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun. Saul called.
I'm gonna call Saul. Better call Saul.
Better call Saul. I feel like they could have done something. They could have had a significant Paul character in there as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Saul,
they
who
really
gets
could have.
renamed as Paul. That's a fun thing. Did you guys, I don't know if you guys do that in your church. Do you pick any saint names or have new names or conversion names or anything like that?
No.
No, nothing fun like that.
No.
What's
That-
yours again? You were wearing the thing.
I have a scapular, but my confirmation name was Sebastian, Saint Sebastian.
Hmm.
Because he's a stubborn ass punk who tried
Good name.
to evangelize the emperor, and the emperor had him killed, but he survived. And then Christians could get him out of the city, and he was like, or they were like, "We're gonna get you out of the city." He's like, "No, I got to go back to the emperor and evangelize the emperor." And they were like, "Well, you're gonna die." And he's like, "Well, when you've been given a command by God, why would you do anything else?" And they're like, "All right, we
Right.
get it." So then he tried to evangelize the emperor, and the emperor actually tied him to a post this time and killed him and made sure he was dead.
Yeah,
I just love the stubbornness.
that is a good story though.
Saul is the correct answer. Saul, who then became Paul. There's like not
to
in
be
this
confused
case,
with other Saul.
but in the new, in the New Testament, and Christ especially, like, gave people new names. You are
Yeah.
born anew, types of things. So, Saul, why do you persecute me? That's some of my favorite music. I don't know who that's by, but I feel like it's like typical choir stuff. All right,
Hmm.
here we go. Next question coming up. Which woman in the Bible pretended to be a prostitute to help her father-in-law? Ruth? What is it? Ruth? Or did I spell Ruth wrong? I think I spelled Ruth wrong. Ruth, Rahab, Esther, or Tamar? That should be Ruth, not Rug.
We just heard about
Rug,
this.
Rahab,
Yeah.
Esther, Tamar. What was your guess?
It's either her
I'm gonna guess Rahab.
Already have it.
or her.
Yeah, I have the
My
answers
guess
on my
is
screen.
Rahab.
Rahab?
That's my guess.
Yeah.
We did just hear about this, and I don't remember.
But it could be.
You think it's that one? You can guess whatever you want.
I know
Do it,
it wasn't
do it.
her. Yeah, I'm gonna say Rahab.
Double Rahab.
Double on the Rahab. All right, answer incoming.
Oh,
Tamar.
That's the one she wanted to
It
change
was.
it to.
Which
Yeah,
is
what is
in Genesis. So in the book of Genesis, Tamar was the daughter-in-law of Judah twice, as well as the mother of two of his children.
Hmm.
Yeah,
little
she
Wikipedia. All right.
tricked him.
Yeah, it's crazy how much content is in there that I'm like, I don't even recognize this name one bit.
Right.
You know.
I didn't know the name Elon was in the Bible.
It is?
Yes.
Oh. I don't think I knew
His
that
name
either.
is a biblical name.
Is it like one of the ancestry, like a piece of there, or is it like a specific story?
I
Do you
don't-
know?
I don't remember. I actually
Okay.
found it in, I don't know if you know the Minnow books for kids.
No.
There's some really great Bibles. There's like 5-minute Bible stories by Minnow, and we
Hmm.
read it to the girls, and I learned it in there.
Oh, nice. Yeah, he was a leader of the ancient Israelites, a judge, according to the biblical book of Judges. Judge 12:11 through 12. He was a member of the tribe of Zebulun, who served as a judge of Israel for 10 years. He was preceded by Ibzan and succeeded by Abdon.
Book of
And then
Judges is
he
great.
bought Twitter.
And then
Yeah.
tweet.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Next question coming up. Who was the high priest when Jesus was brought before the Sanhedrin? I feel like there's songs and plays about this. Gamaliel, Annas, Herod, or Caiaphas? Who was the high priest when Jesus was brought before the Sanhedrin? Gamaliel, Annas, Herod, or Caiaphas?
Caiaphas.
Caiaphas.
I forget. Do you guys watch The Chosen? Have you seen that?
Yeah, we've seen it all.
Oh, so good.
I know.
So
It
good.
makes you really, the actor Jonathan Rumi,
Yeah.
I think it's his name, yeah.
he does an amazing job of acting that part. And that's such a big deal to act as that person.
Right.
And
There's
the
so many
most famous
nuances.
person in history.
Right. Right. Yeah. How do you play that? Like, you know all, but you're human, but you also are teaching, and like it's this
Man.
crazy. It's
Mhm.
crazy. I love it.
Very well done. Very well done show. And for people who are non-believers, I feel like they can appreciate that
Mhm.
as a
Yeah.
piece of art as well.
Right.
So
It's so well done. Absolutely. I 100% agree with that. Caiaphas is the correct answer. Yeah, I was trying to think. Herod, obviously the king when Jesus was born.
right.
I don't recognize the other two though. Again, I'm gonna
I don't
like
either.
look them
Mhm.
back up. All right, here we go. Next question. We got two more questions.
Bring it.
Which book in the Old Testament contains the story of Balaam and his talking donkey? Is it Deuteronomy, Leviticus, Judges, or Numbers? Which book in the Old Testament contains the story of Balaam and his talking donkey? See, I don't even remember
either.
this story.
I can recite the books of the Bible in a row.
That doesn't help us here,
I
buddy.
know. But
Yeah.
what's in them, nobody knows.
Yeah. Does it like Leviticus, like priestly law,
Right.
or
Pick one.
Numbers? What is Numbers? More
No, I'm gonna go
historical
I'm
stuff.
going Deuteronomy.
Deuteronomy. Yeah, this one I was like, no idea. Waiting. I put it like a 30-minute timer on there, so we got 30 minutes, 30
That's okay.
seconds, excuse me, 30-second timer.
It's
There we
such
go.
a extent. Ah,
Numbers,
Number.
yeah. I had no idea. No context for this one. We all have homework to do. It'll
we
be great.
do.
Ooh, and if you want, you can still buy tickets, guys. Before the end of the stream,
Yeah.
you have a chance to buy tickets. As you're watching, you're getting more points. You can buy more tickets.
There you go.
Noel and Taylor are coming in really strong to this one. Noel,
Dude,
you should
free
just log into
protein
Taylor's
is a
account
big
too.
Deal.
What's that?
Free protein's a
Oh
big
my
deal.
gosh, it's awesome. All right, last question. In the book of Acts, which disciple was raised from the dead by Peter in Joppa? Is it Tabitha, Dorcas, Tabitha, aka Dorcas, Stephen, Timothy, or Silas?
Timothy.
This is a fun one.
I'm going Timothy.
Raised from the dead by Peter.
Which you were just talking about, Peter, and you're in the book of Acts,
Mm-hmm.
and how Peter had that dream where he Dorcas.
Dorcas.
We used to always laugh at that name because they had the Dorcas Society for women.
Well, and
Weird.
Tabs is in here, but I don't know. I feel like this could be a good new nickname for Tabs. Dorcas.
Wait.
We have to put that out there.
Because I think Tabitha by name, which means Dorcas. Yeah, so it's
Yep,
Tabitha,
that's it,
which means
Dorcas.
Dorcas.
Coined. Clip it. Zacchaeus, clip it and ship it.
It's
Tabs is
Dorcas. It's
now.
Tabitha. Yeah.
It was.
Yeah. Now in
What's wrong
Joppa,
with you? You didn't get to
there-
that part.
Guess not.
there was a certain
That's a-
disciple, Tabitha by name, which being interpreted means Dorcas.
Yeah, Dorcas.
Dorcas.
Let's go. It was worth getting it wrong.
Tabitha, aka Dorcas. There it is. So that's the story. All right, let's see how good everyone did.
We did
How
not
well?
do good.
All
Those
right, all
were
right, all right.
Very, very tricky.
Ooh, Nwink got his name in there though. You can play without getting your name in there or sharing your name sometimes, and then you just show up as contestant. So congratulations, contestant number 1, for having the highest score. You win
Yeah.
nothing,
No.
just our undying appreciation. Great work.
Nice job. That was lemon difficult.
That was tough.
That was. Yeah, I used, what was it? It was ChatGPT to help me with that.
Nice.
Super awesome. The AI is taking over, so I just like to, kind of be extra nice to
Give
it.
AI
Lean
the
into it.
whole-
Yeah,
Yeah, you don't want to piss it off. We want to
for sure.
be kind
Some
to
of
our
those
overlords.
things are crazy.
Well, have you guys used it for exercises yet? Like programming?
No.
Like I love, like, give me a 5-day workout split, like just be very specific. 5-day workout split, push pull legs and this many sets per muscle, blah, 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 blah. You basically give it the statistics, kind of like, here's the best way to train, kind of our modern understanding or current
Yeah.
understanding. I don't want to say modern, I want to say current.
Mhm.
Our current
Yeah.
best understanding of what's a great volume range to be in. If you want to go more hypertrophic or more strength, you can just put all those into like a big long sentence. It'll be like, boom, within seconds, you'll have a workout.
Wow.
And you can reprompt it and be like, ooh, change this or only use this equipment or something like that. So I feel like, if you're training somebody, that can be a huge boon to just get you started. Just some,
Sure.
some of that framework out of the way, and then you can obviously tweak it, to be more
Yeah.
specific.
Do you ever
but-
use Bard, like the Google Bard?
Yeah, I'll compare Bard and ChatGPT sometimes. Bard is sometimes a lot less eloquent than ChatGPT. Is that what you use?
Yeah, we played on that a little
Yeah. And
Yeah.
that other editor thing with the photos, the AI photo
Oh, there's
generator
AI
is really
photo
fun.
generators too. We've
Yeah,
talked
like
about that.
Dolly. Ooh, that's fun.
I don't remember what it's called. There's like Mid-Journey. Mid-Journey,
Oh,
I think.
Midjourney on Discord.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a fun one. All right, I'm gonna hit the wheel a couple more times here. We're past 10, so it's like protein time. So we'll just play a couple
feel
more
that.
games.
Popcorn time.
Let's see. So we already did this because of the double one up above. Because it came up above and you destroyed me because Vetty cheated and made me laugh. It was great.
Betty cheated, yeah.
Like, Rita.
Oh my gosh. Like it was such a weird thing that was happening. Like my core was like imploding and I couldn't hold my arms. It was funny. Ooh, this is fun. We're going to do some air squat recommendations here. So, we're going to do squats for a minute. And while we're doing squats, I'm going to shout out random topics and you're going to tell me your favorite thing in that topic. Both of you are going to say at the same time. And do them, Vetty, we kind of go fast. So like do it whatever level you can do it at.
Yeah.
I know you mentioned the hip replacement. I don't want to make you have another hip replacement.
Yeah.
We just go down as far as we can go.
But
This'll be
Justin,
fun.
you go whole hog.
Wonder if
All right, let me pull this up.
That's about as far as I can go, but I can do it.
All right, let's see. I think I have a timer. I don't know if the timer works, but we'll see. All right, ready?
Yep.
And here we go. All right, favorite food,
Pizza,
I don't know, tacos.
favorite dessert,
cake,
Cookies.
favorite protein.
chocolate,
Legion.
peanut butter.
Yeah, favorite
Yes,
exercise.
our favorite.
What was the question?
Favorite exercise.
Favorite exercise? Deadlifts.
Bicep curls.
Favorite superhero. Ooh, that's awesome.
Ooh, superhero. Ooh, I don't know.
Wonder Woman.
I don't know. Batman.
Favorite movie.
Lord of the Rings, baby.
I'll say
One,
Star
two,
Wars,
three.
all of them.
Ooh, favorite guilty pleasure.
Desserts and sweets.
I don't know, man. Guilty pleasure?
Do you even have one?
Right?
All
I
right,
don't
favorite
know.
color.
Favorite color?
Yeah.
Purple.
Blue.
Oh, that's it. We did it. We got to know a little bit more. Guys, my quads are shredded right now.
Leg day, dude.
Leg day. Oh my gosh. Like I'm going to be honest, even though it was like my deload this week, they were so fired just now. I was only doing half squats.
It's
was like-
okay.
I couldn't get down.
Ooh.
Also, these pants are tight. What do you want?
My tight pants on.
Yeah.
You ever see that? The thing
No,
with,
what's that?
Jimmy Fallon, and I think he does it with Will Ferrell and J Lo, and it's like people say I'm crazy about my tight pants. Got my tight pants.
Yes,
on.
yes, I have. Yeah, I can hear that now that you're saying it. It makes me think of the V-neck though, from SNL. It's Annie Sandberg and what's dude from? He's an
love
Ambi-Turner. Oh my gosh, this is where like the brain stops working.
You gotta look it up.
The model, Ben Stiller. Ben Stiller.
Stiller, yeah.
Yeah,
Good
so
laser.
they have like a V-neck, and then Andy Sandberg has a deep V, and then like a double deep, and then like the triple, and then like one comes like that, and his
Yes.
junk's just hanging out. Like, oh my gosh.
Andy
I love it.
Samberg's so stinking cute, dude. Love him.
People have said if like Andy Sandberg and Adam Sandler had a baby, it could be me. Like when my hair is like actually a little
Yeah.
bit curly, and I got the schnoz, I got kind of a Jewy schnoz.
The little
Even
Jewish
though-
schnoz. It's
Yeah,
true.
I was like hanging out at a party. Ooh, this is fun. This will be the gun show. I was hanging out at a party and a dude comes up and he's like, blah, 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 this and that. And here's my story, blah. We're talking and it's very, very good conversation. And then he's like, can I ask you a question? I was like, sure. He's like, how Jewish are you? Or like, how Jewy are you? I think he said. And I was like, like on a scale of 1 to 10? He's like, yeah. I was like, none. I'm not Jewish at all. He's like a Jewish
Yeah.
dude. He's like an extremely Jewish dude, like
Yeah.
Right.
culturally, religiously. So he's like, I feel like a kindred spirit here. I'm like, sorry, dude,
Yeah,
not
dude.
Jew. That's the second time in my life. Yeah, in high school or college, a friend of mine's mom was like, "Oh, that Jewish boy, he was so nice." And my friend's like, "Ryan?" She's like, "He's not Jewish." She's like, "What? With the schnoz and the hair? How could he not be?" I was like,
He does that
I was
good.
like, "It's true." Yeah. All right. So it's gun show time. This is where you're not going to hear the music, but you'll see the lights, and we're gonna flex for like 30 seconds. I think it is. So.
Like all different positions and
Yeah,
poses.
you guys
I
lead the
only got
flexing
one.
though. You guys lead the flexing. And if you're comfortable, Justin, I'm gonna relieve myself of my shirt, and you may as well.
Yeah, you should.
Here we go.
I'm not.
That's
I am
probably
not.
better for the terms of service, unless this was the pool stream, and then they're okay with it.
A pool stream.
They're like, it's
you
okay.
Yes.
You're sweaty. Ooh, sorry, fans.
I love it. That's what it's like me every time I take off a shirt too. All right, here we go. Ready?
Sticky.
Let me pause that real
All
quick.
right, you can lead if you want, because
me
I
get this
don't
going.
know.
So at
I
home,
don't know.
they got a little audio now.
Nice.
Mm, 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 mm. So we're doing that one. We need.
We're practicing for the
afros,
Zen Bro
like,
show.
He's gonna be like
Our lighting
watching.
is garbage too. We can do this one.
What's this one? I got the tat.
What about
Zacchaeus. I gotta get closer.
I
You
can't
can
do can you guys do like any back stuff? I don't know how to do back
Yeah,
stuff.
maybe.
Yeah, your back looks good.
Oh,
Our lighting's bad. What if you stood over there?
Nah. Sorry.
I love
Little
how you
side.
guys get all red. I got nothing.
I forgot to tell you to get all oiled up.
Oh shucks.
There you go. Welcome to the gun show, everyone. I hope you registered
Did you really say that, Zacchaeus?
and had a background check.
Sick.
Usually we do this to be like a big trash bag full of water jiggling about. Oh, oh.
Sweet man. The Tic Tacs. Help us reach more followers on the Tic Tacs.
The Tic Tacs, that's how old I am.
Oh, you
And Eddie's
kids
jumping
your
in.
Insta books and your Tic Tacs.
How old
Dude.
are you? Are you a year
He's
younger
our
than
age,
us?
obviously.
I was gonna
We
say, how old do you
graduated-
think I am?
No, I thought you were around our age, but I think you're still younger. 36?
I'm 38.
How old are we? 39?
39. So he must
Yeah.
have a late birthday.
Yeah, you guys have like I have an early birthday. No, I have a late birthday. You're right. I'm dumb. I was early in school, so I was like 4 years old in kindergarten.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah, that's where my brain was going.
When's your birthday?
December 5th.
December.
December what?
He said 5th.
5th?
Yeah, I think it's like Britney Spears as well. You know,
So he'll
Pretty
be
great lady.
39 when you turn 40.
I feel like next year we should have like big 40-year bash. Like you guys make it to
So old.
TwitchCon, or we'll figure it
I
out.
think everybody should.
We'll do a meetup, like Acro Dia.
Is he gonna be 40 too?
I
Everyone's gonna be
think
40?
I'm trying to think. They're both very close in age. I don't know if one of them's 37. I don't think they're 40 yet. I think next year maybe.
Echo is going to be 35. Got it.
Acro's 35. Okay, I
Yeah,
just
yeah,
made a
older.
wrong assumption then. I thought he was older. He's like a young child to us then.
Yes.
I wonder
Gab.
what it's going to be.
Ooh, Nutmeg will be 40. Yeah, I think we talked about that too.
All right, Nutmeg. We're going.
Revealing photo. I identify as 54. All right. So Justin and Vetty sent some great photos over. And
Which
let me
ones
see
did you
if
do? I
this
know
is
the one
going
you
to
did.
work.
The ones that I sent are the ones that I sent.
Haha! You get what you get and you don't throw a fit. Aw, guys.
That's what we say with our children. Oh, this
Guys.
is my favorite.
This is like the
Oh,
cutest thing
yeah.
ever. And like the Justin Timberlake tips. I love
Yeah.
it.
Eminem, baby.
I did it as well. So what age are you guys here?
Promish time. I was probably
Yeah.
16, right?
No, I think
Before
that
that?
was 99. That was in
15
99.
probably.
I could drive. Let's put it that way. So 16. Because I drove to your house in my platform shoes.
This makes me have all
No.
the feelings from like high school. I love it.
Yep.
I was like, I don't have any pictures with you. And I grabbed him, and my friend Carissa was sitting on his waterbed and took
That's
the
who took
picture.
that? On my
Mhm.
waterbed, yeah.
Yep.
Dude, remember when we thought those were cool and awesome? And then,
Hated it.
yeah, we realized they were terrible.
Yeah, it didn't.
Made
It
me
didn't help anything.
seasick, man.
Yeah.
This is Dawson's Creek. Doo, doo,
It totally is. I love it.
I
Ooh,
don't wanna wait.
here we got Driss Stewart and who just came in
How
here.
many points did Dye the Beard that? Oh, there's not enough points for that.
Dye the beard that color? Trick question,
Not
you
enough
have to
points.
bleach.
We got
Here.
a cape.
Boom, here's our Dritz Stewart
Wait,
and
turn it a bit.
which way?
Can you like move me forward that way a
Oh.
bit?
No, this way.
Other ways. Woo!
It's awesome.
I have a secret hidden dagger.
Dun. Oh, Lord of the Rings, yeah.
I have a hidden dagger.
That's
Hidden
all
dagger.
It looks Lord of the Rings to me.
Yeah.
But that's
Usually
awesome.
I go like that. And then pull it.
Yeah.
Nice.
Dude,
She did
that'll
a
be
great
awesome.
job.
Yeah, she's
Yeah, we're gonna fix this. We're gonna fix this sword.
she's got some skills. She's like, you know what? 3
Mm.
o'clock the day before our thing, I'm gonna start and I'm gonna make 5 costumes. It'll be great. All right,
That's cool, dude.
I'm gonna
Awesome.
hop you down.
She's amazing.
Everyone likes it. Good job. Okay. But back to this wonderfulness.
Bam, there
Bam.
it is.
Talk about something?
Hi, my name.
Give me a little bit,
Yeah.
and my beard's just gonna be all white. So it's
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
quite that color, but I got about 3 years.
You think you'll be white in 3 years?
Oh, I don't know. Pretty soon, it's getting white,
Mhm.
Really?
very white.
Hang on, I gotta see this.
I was gonna say something.
Oh yeah, you're getting some scragglies.
Yeah.
That's true. So much wisdom.
It's coming.
I love it though. I also had some tips at one point, some frosted tips.
Oh yeah.
I don't know why we thought that was cool. Probably because Justin Timberlake did it, or Eminem,
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah,
Eminem, yeah.
Eminem on
For
the rap
sure the
side,
Eminem
Timberlake on the heartthrob side. This is so cute though. I love this so much. And this one
Oh
too.
yeah.
That was probably like right when we started dating.
Yes. So
How old were you guys?
22?
Right?
23?
Yeah, 22-ish. Yeah.
22, I think.
It's cute.
Yeah,
You
that's
guys
a
look
good
like
one.
yourselves. That's so fun.
A little bit more, I would say.
Yeah.
That one's the best in my opinion. I think
Oh.
to have that picture when we're that young. He had the
It's
whole
so
old
cute.
Pioneer stereo system in the
Yeah.
back.
And the coloring, because it's like, like not a digital photo, like,
Yeah.
like you have red eyes and super red lips.
Yep.
Love it.
Janko jeans.
Oh my gosh, do you have some Jinkos on?
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably did.
Dude, I always wanted them, but never had them. I got like the
Really?
Kohl's, like, we'll give you pipes. We'll give you the Wrangler
Pipes.
pipes. I'm like, okay.
I
Yeah.
had pipes. I had pipes. Well, that's a
So
good
those are
one.
like our before pictures, pretty much. Far,
Look at you.
what? Far left, that would be what? Christmas, what?
I don't even remember, Justin. 2016, I have a BB-8 shirt from Star Wars, so I think it was 2015 or 16.
Yeah.
So these
And
are
then-
like 2 sets of before pictures? Like the really
Yeah.
before?
Three different pictures.
Yeah.
So that was
Wow.
before fitness for me. That's probably right after the kids were born.
Wow.
Yeah.
You both look smaller in the
Funny.
right here, though.
That's gross.
Yeah.
I love it though. It's
Yeah.
it's
Part
so
left
awesome to
was the
have this,
worst by
and
far.
like,
Yeah.
I mean, whatever was going on at the time too, you probably had happiness as well, but it's like,
Sure.
you're probably happier now with what you're doing fitness wise and with your health, right?
Absolutely. Hands down, absolutely.
Yeah, I
It's so
mean,
fun to see.
it was a different kind of happiness, that's for sure. I'll just say that.
Yeah, exactly.
Not fulfilling. Oof. Oh my.
And this photo is fantastic just because you look so happy in it. You're like so happy to be taking this photo.
I think I had postpartum
Hmm.
in this picture, and I was just trying to like. But man, yellow is not my color.
You know what's
Bangs are not my thing.
crazy? I don't think bangs are anybody's thing. But you know what's crazy? You look younger now. I feel like that's like the secret to longevity, or not longevity, but like the fountain of youth, right? Is
Yeah.
health and fitness and training. Like you look younger now than these
I
pictures,
look
which is really fun.
pained.
Yeah.
I look pained mentally and physically there.
Yeah.
Oof.
And that was what? That was right after girls were born, probably
Yeah.
5 years ago.
Yep.
Yeah. You're like, it checks out. Yeah, I just had a baby. I just like ran a marathon in a course of a few hours and my body has to recover.
But man, that's a tough one. It's a toughie. Yes.
All-time fave.
I
Party
thank you for
animal.
sharing this one. Yeah. Like,
That's at my brother's wedding.
like in the heart of probably
Yeah.
drinking and things and being heavy and
Yep.
Yeah, there was what did I take?
You took a Xanax.
Xanax.
Because your dad.
Couple of
oh,
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah,
And
glow sticks around the neck, the beads,
Beads.
the whole thing.
his dad gave him a Xanax on our wedding day. So he was messed up
wow.
walking down. Yeah. I was mad.
That's
The
wild.
no beer trophy.
Yeah, that's true. And again, like, without looking at you,
Healthy
this,
face, yeah.
you look kind of young, but then you look at you now and like
Really
there's just the vitality, and the health. And...
Rhythm is a dancer.
For sure. That was definitely the song.
That's awesome. Added to the pending queue. I didn't even know we could do that. That's
Rhythm,
amazing.
Rhythm.
And then you
So-
lost a ton of weight.
Can feel it every
Yeah, so that's like
day.
at the very beginning of my lifting journey, probably, I
Okay.
don't know, 8 months in, at the end of my cut. So at the beginning, I was 245 and I cut down to 175 in 8
Holy
months.
cow.
Yeah, so it was a lot of fasting, a lot of
Great.
starving myself, to be honest, but I got
Wow.
it done.
Yeah.
And then I've built this entire physique I have now from that, and I've never cut once ever since then.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So what do you weigh now?
Very new. Okay.
Right now I weigh 208 to 210 in that way. Somewhere
Okay.
in there.
And do you kind of sit around at maintenance since you say you don't do like big
Slight
cutting?
maintenance, but yeah, it's just slowly gain. I gain a few pounds a year.
Oh, wow. Yeah, kudos on you for being able to maintain. It probably helps that you don't have the sweet tooth that your wife and I have.
Yeah.
Oh, man, I do love cakes and cookies.
And then let's see. Oh yeah, here's
Look at
I want to
that.
do a transformation. Yeah,
Look at that.
that's insane.
Look at that.
And now Vetty too, you're maintaining. What's after the maintenance?
Well, right now we're trying to figure out
Let's see.
like what my
We're still trying to
calories-
find
yeah.
maintenance for her, yeah.
Thanks, Nutmeg.
Oh yeah.
But once we
Yeah,
find
so
her
awesome.
maintenance, it'll kind of be just like a slow gain. Hopefully. I mean, we'll see
Dude,
how it
that'll be
goes.
cool.
If she, picks up too much, then we might have to do little mini cuts here and there. But for the
Yeah.
most part, I think, the main push for her to go from 120 to 115 was that so she could just get that little bit of extra fat
Yeah.
off. So hopefully,
Mhm.
she doesn't have to cut for at least a couple years. But we'll see. We'll see how things shake out for her. But that's the plan.
One of the hardest things I've ever,
Those
you
last
know,
5 pounds were
yeah,
tough. Yeah.
that's tough.
Mm. Yeah, when your body starts adjusting to the cut, that's really hard.
Mhm.
I love this. You guys are super shredded. I hope this is used for advertising for everything, like the marriage book, the
Right.
training. Like this is like so awesome. You guys look so great
Yeah, it's one
and
of my
happy.
favorite picks, yeah.
Yeah. We never talked about. Oops, what happened there? The tattoo.
Oh,
But like, I'm gonna set up for the giveaway real quick. Do you mind talking us through your tattoos, real quick? Let's see,
this one, oh
your
yeah,
3
for
tattoos.
sure.
Yeah. All right.
Special tattoo for
Yeah.
sure. Wrigley was a cat that we got when we first started dating, and in that murder apartment, um, we he was just my best bud. So he was a good cat. I can't, I mean, he was just a friendly cat, would always be by my side. There was a lot of things, between Justin and myself that weren't really great. And, but most of the time it was still good. But like, especially when we talk about when I was pregnant too, like I spent a lot of time, alone because I was incubating children
Mm,
and I was so humongous I didn't really do much. And that cat like sat by my side. He was my friend.
mm.
But so last December he had kidney failure and he ended up failing around my birthday and around, right before Christmas. So
Oh.
we had to, make the decision for him to cross the Rainbow Bridge. So best friend, and I love anime. I love Naruto especially. Um, I think that it is hands down probably the best TV show I've ever watched.
Mm.
And I love the relationship that Naruto has with Kurama. And I think a nine-tailed fox, like, come on now, that's so cool. So Naruto draws his strength, and we kind of came up with the tattoo together off his I can't even pronounce it, but Jinchuri or whatever. Um, he's one of them.
Where's Zero?
And yeah, where's Zero? But he draws his strength off of Kurama, who's within. Wrigley is somewhat within my heart. So it's kind of that whole thing. And I've always wanted to go to Japan someday. And so she put some cherry blossoms in there.
Mm. I love
You
that.
know, so it does
It's
have a
so
lot of
unique.
meaning.
Yeah.
But thanks for asking. I love
Yeah.
talking about it.
I
The
love
artist,
the style. I love the style because it's like I've seen some photoreal tattoos and I kind of don't like the photoreal like, but that is like very like it's very pretty. It's like very it's not photoreal in a bad way. It's like photo
right?
it's like really really accurate but still kind of artistic. There's still like a
Yeah.
style, like a tattoo style
Thank
that is
you.
super cohesive. Like I love it. I think it's fantastic.
She won. The tattoo artist won an award. Andy Warhol won when he was younger. She won
Oh.
the same award. She's very talented, and um, yeah, I can always tell her work when they post it on Instagram. I'm like, oh,
Oh,
that's
nice.
Rachel Smith's.
Is that
When's
in
she
the
getting
area?
when you get in the gym cat?
What was that?
When you get in the gym cat?
She's got a rip.
She's got a rip. All right. She's getting up there.
Ah, the gym cat, and then you need like because it's kind of like a square, so you kind of you got to work on the biceps on the other side.
Right.
Gain a couple
Yeah.
pounds so you have enough size over there to put the gym
Yeah,
cat
there you go. I
deadlifting.
thought Jim Cat would look good on the inner arm. So
Nice.
when I flex, she could just.
Dude, that's awesome.
Oh.
All right. So if anyone hasn't entered the giveaway yet, we're going to do it. Free Legion product of their choice. I'm going to close it up. Boom. We
Go.
closed it.
Come on, guys.
All right, you guys,
Protein.
you ready?
Protein.
Here we go. That's right. Yeah, just get the protein. I mean, you can get other stuff, but the protein, you know, will retail full price for $60, so it's worth it. All right, Seraph Pulse,
Let's
Seraph
go.
Pulse.
regular viewer,
Rig system.
won the giveaway. You
I
had to
didn't
you
win,
had to
it's rigged.
you had to
But you
rig it
already won
beforehand.
some.
I know. All right, so Seraph wins. If we'll check back in on Monday, if Seraph for whatever reason can't get it, doesn't want it, we'll give it away to somebody else. But congratulations, Seraph Pulse,
Congrats.
Congrats.
viewer of the show. Yeah, that's what we got, guys. I've taken
That's
enough of your
awesome.
time.
That was
It's
a lot
like
of fun.
super late. I want to plug
What time is
your
it?
book
Oh, it's
again.
11:30. Wow.
No
Yeah.
way.
Yeah.
I want to plug your guys' book again. I'm going to post that link. Let me pull that back up. Anything else you want to share? Your schedule?
Yeah. Right now we're Tuesdays and Thursdays,
Taking
5
a
to
little
7 a.m.
siesta.
Eastern. So we're just trying a new schedule out. But yeah, that's about it, man. It was a pleasure to come on here, man. We really appreciate it.
Thank you
Thank
so
you for
much
having
for
us.
asking us. And, like you were saying, you could talk to people for like hours and, like on your front porch. Like, I really do
Yeah.
enjoy talking to you. I know you and your wife are raising an amazing family, a
Tribe. Yeah.
We're
fleet
trying.
of children. And, I really appreciate it. And like I said, wish we all lived closer because it would be nice to hang out in person. But, this is sometimes just as good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, we'll
thanks
figure it
for-
out. We'll get a meetup going, a Midwest meetup or something. It'll be
There we
awesome.
go.
we should like plan like a little Twitch Midwest rootin' tootin',
Yeah.
great
W-
time.
Well, we
where-
got Joe, Cool Runnings, and Ben Holderheck in Michigan.
Nice.
Myself,
Yeah.
Ivo Uzumaki, and then Tishu over here in Wisconsin. Minnie's in Illinois. And yeah, you guys are in Indiana, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Fort
it's
Wayne.
close enough.
There we go. We'll make it happen.
All
I
right,
know.
man.
Cool. Well, thanks for coming, guys. Check
Thank
them
you so
out.
much, dude. Really
Thank you.
appreciate it.
I don't know what else we got. That's the show. I'll be back on Monday through Friday, et cetera, et cetera. You guys have a great night, great
Yeah,
weekend.
Nutmeg, love you guys.
Thanks for
Cross.
coming in.
Yeah.
We'll see you guys
Thanks.
next time.
Thank you all for hanging.
Bye.
See ya later. Peace.
Thank